minimizing the amount of mistakes you make. The Suns lead the lead in forced turnovers. How is that going to affect your style without taking away from the way you guys play?
I just think we're just going to come down and just be patient and just try to get a good shot each time and not try to rush anything.
The past 2 years, you guys have gone out in the first round of the playoffs. You were underdogs. Now you guys have a different situation where you're a number 3 seed. You're the hunted. What is the feeling like as you get ready to start the playoffs?
Well, I think this whole season we've been the hunted. You know, we got a lot of publicity. C-Web and my first couple years out here, and now we put together a good season. We got some wins. We just got to come out and play hard and know the guys are coming at us.
How energized will you be from this crowd? They say it's one of the toughest places in the league to play.
Oh, they just say it. It is one of the toughest. I think it might be the toughest, but, you know, they get us going. All it takes is 1 3-pointer, and they're ready to go.
All right, Jason, good luck.
Very much the NBA playoffs move west, arguably where they belong, to a deafening roar at Arco Arena. First game of this best-of-5 game series in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs between the visiting Phoenix Suns and the home-standing Sacramento Kings.
Rotates well enough to do that.
Williams again for 3 and gets the second to fall. He's shooting 50%.
In this series.
Divac kicks out to Williams, buries the 3. But can the trend continue? We saw that right at
4. There's that 3. Not exactly the way I thought it'd be taken. Great steal by Williams.
There's a 2, and we like that one. Just a bit. 1:30 left in the basketball game. The Phoenix Suns leading 85-77. Jason Williams all the way to the rim. Timeout immediately taken by the Phoenix Suns. Scott Skiles not liking the lack of defensive rotation. Jason taking on Jason, and the younger getting the better of it right here.
Jason Kidd worried about the three-point capability of Jason Williams getting up on him. Jason Williams taking advantage.
The Sacramento Kings end up shooting 4 for 11 from behind the arc. 3 of those makes in the first half. Jason Kidd, particularly Rodney Rogers, Cliff Robinson, a wonderful job defensively, has come in and I think, honest to say, shocked Sacramento.
Tonight, they'll need it. Down a game in the best-of-5 as the Phoenix Suns try to put Sacramento in a playoff hole.
Phoenix is not really a high-tempo team this year, but they will run off of turnovers.
Williams open to fight.
Marion had pushed his man.
Divac gets the Marion miss. Williams for 3.
You gotta love that guy.
Kings.
You know, they have some concerns about his outside shooting sometimes, but when he gets it going and the spirit of the gym gets up the way it is.
Robinson contorts up his shot, and Divac with another rebound. He's got 3. Williams again, slashing inside with a back kick.
Nobody happier in the building right now than Rick Adelman to see Jason Williams go into the paint and get the defense and stop and be patient around the basket.
Foul called on Christie. There's 10 for the Kings, 5 for the Suns. Another turnover. 3-on-1. Williams, bucket! Doug Christie up high. Remember with the rebound. Williams again. This team loves to run with Williams in there. The fadeaway.
And Rick situation, whether you can still make those same shots that he's making now.
Great move by Williams. The pump fake in the drive.
But Jason Williams isn't getting to play a lot, so when he does get it, you can bet he's going to get in the open court right here. He's attacking. Beautiful pass by Christie on the break, but good anticipation at the defensive end. Offensively, he's the one guy on this team that's capable of putting together about 15 points in about a 4-minute span if he can get hot.
Williams for 2.
Taking deep, quick shots.
Jason Kidd has gone 2 of 12. Williams for 3. Oh! Jason Williams has been a flamethrower tonight. And out to Williams. Across the lane. One mesmerizing Sacramento play after another.
But right here, they're not making any effort to guard anybody. They're just standing around. That's ridiculous. Nobody's open. They're just looking for officials to give them help.
Christie picked up his third foul. Here comes Tony Delk at the free throw line. That'll do it. This series is tied at 1 win apiece. Game 4 will be back on Turner next Wednesday night. As we send it over to Craig Sager.
Well, the Kings got the lead with 7 early points by Jason Williams, up 15-13. It turned into a blowout. Why were you so confident? What was the tone you were trying to set?
I just want to come out and be aggressive and take my open shots and try to get my team on a fast roll.
The first game ended 86-83 with you taking an ill-advised, maybe off-balance 3. You were very disappointed. Everybody was disappointed. How did you turn your emotions around and get pumped up for this one?
You're going to miss every shot that you don't take, so I just want to come out and just be aggressive again and just try to help my team get a win.
We talked about the newspaper article. Obviously, you talked to Coach Adelman, found out that you told the reporter over a week ago about not feeling your role. How did you guys get together, and how do you feel your roles defined now?
Coach and I never really talked about the situation, but I think we both know each other well enough that he knows I'm just going to go out on the floor and play and try to do what he says, and I think he has confidence in me, and when I'm not doing good, he's going to bring me out, which he should.
Well, thanks for giving us a good, entertaining game tonight, and good luck in Game 3.
Thanks.
Let's go back to Kevin.
Okay, Craig, thank you very much. And now the West will look this way. This series is tied at 1 game apiece. San Antonio with a good-looking 2-0 lead on Minnesota. Utah the same over Dallas. Tomorrow night we will be in Los Angeles for the Lakers and the Blazers in Game 2. Once again, our final score here from Sacramento tonight. The Kings won 16-90. John Thompson, Danny Ainge, Craig Sager, and our entire crew, including producer Mike Burtz, director Lonnie Dale, associate directors Rodney Vaughn, Renardo Lowe, and our statistician Pat McGrath and Wayne Fiddleman. Kevin Harlan saying good night from Sacramento. After a quick break, Ernie Johnson, the Jet, Jerry Stackhouse, and all the gang get you caught up on other action tonight in the playoffs.
Welcome, everybody, to America West Arena. Game 2 of today's triple header on NBC. Number of offensive rebounds, but could not successfully get the ball in the basket. Williams pulls up and nails the 17-foot jump shot, and that's the kind of look.
And he's blowing kisses to them already. This could get interesting.
Marion can't knock down the 17-footer. Doug Christie comes away with the rebound. Jason Williams pulls up and is feeling.
Jason Williams on his home floor lets those three.
He's going over the top of Vlade Divac.
I'm talking with Rick Adelman yesterday. This is where he needs Jason Williams to improve his game in the half court with the pick and roll, coming off that pick hard. And whenever Jason Williams makes that first long shot.
And Chris Webber with those huge soft hands controls the ball. Doug Christie with the finish at the end. Nice assist from Jason Williams.
Well, there's one of those fast breaks that the Kings need. They need it for their psyche. They need it for their identity. That's when they're at their best, when it's a free-flowing game up and down the floor, and that sets up the half-court game for them, where they're much more confident.
Williams, another 2-on-1. Stojakovic on the right wing. And the Phoenix Suns doing a very poor job getting back defensively. Second period.
And when you don't make shots, when you don't control the tempo that way, an excellent running team like the Sacramento Kings, Jason Williams and Doug Christie getting out on the break. This time Stojakovic and the Suns now only lead by 4.
12 on the afternoon. Getting to the free throw line. We've talked about all the foul trouble. No wonder Sacramento's getting to the line. Jason Williams nails the 3 out of the corner, continues his hot shooting. 55% in the series coming in. He's debating the Phoenix Suns continue to play basketball. Jason Williams, the quick trigger. That's exactly how he finished. Remember, 11 points in the third. Needs any. Jason Williams, another pullback, and boy, does he feel it. Count the basket and the foul. Rick Adelman told us yesterday that his potential is absolutely unlimited. Corralling it is another.
And they obviously would like to have him play under more control, but they also realize that you just cannot put a leash on this guy. He makes so many things happen for this team, not only open floor, but they'll give him some rain on those three-point shots. but I'm still
Overall at home at 31-10. Will lose the first game at home in this series, and Sacramento takes the 2-1 lead. They will play game 4 on Wednesday. Once again, the final score, Sacramento 104, Phoenix 96. So for Matt Gukas and Bob Wischusen, I'm Paul Sunderland saying so long, and we'll join Marv Albert, Doug Collins, and Jim Gray in Portland for game 3 between the Blazers and Lakers right after this. Sacramento, a huge win on the road.
Welcome, everyone, to the Valley of the Sun. Rays of the NBA playoffs on TNT. Western Conference first round. Here with the Phoenix Suns against the Sacramento Kings. The Gatorade starting lineups: Stojakovic, Weber, Divac, Christie, and Williams. For retrieved by Vlade Divac.
A good high percentage shot, but that's an example of what we were talking about. They've got to be able to score baskets.
Jason Williams. Rogers comes flying in, but can't dunk it. It's Williams to the other end. Stojakovic puts it through, out-dueling both Ellie and Kidd the other way.
The team is capable of making 15 in a row.
Well, what is amazing to me, Christie, who's not a shooter, is usually the guy that gets you back in the game with his defense and his hustle.
Great pass by Chris Weber inside to Jason Williams.
Excitingly, but he's doing what he should do. He's creating a big presence with his big body.
Williams this time floats by Robinson. And Doug will finish off the game with that shot. History is made for the Kings in Sacramento, winning their first playoff series since 1981. The Sacramento Kings, who trailed by 19 in this game earlier tonight, come back and win it by 7. The Wisconsin Jerry Colangelo, although he has been in this position before with this team, winning a series for the first time and advancing, as his team did back in the early 90s with Danny Ainge on the ball club to the finals against the Chicago Bulls. But now it is Sacramento's time. And the Kings will have a couple days rest. They will not face a game 5 on Friday. And why not have Doug Christie with the ball? He stole 3 tonight. He's been doing it all season.
And stole that one too, yes. Right?
Peja Stojakovic had 37 for the Kings, who take the series 3-1. And let's
It'll only be a short time after high noon, certainly early in terms of LA time, but they are ready to roll for the Lakers and the Kings.
Collapsing defense by Chris Weber.
Jason Williams for 3, knocks it down. Williams had a terrific series against Phoenix. He shot 44%. And free throw attempts 13-2. Jason Williams gets the roll on the three-pointer. And Williams.
You never know when he's going to pull up. And right now, he's got, the good stroke going and a little bit of luck in situation.
Shot clock is turned off. Rick Allen yelling at Jason Williams to hold for 1. That's a tough assignment for Rick Allen to get him to calm down for a moment. Williams shooting over O'Neal. Knocks it down. Jason Williams puts the Kings up by 4.
Plays, decision-making, and shot-making here in the first quarter on the money. Elevated that one just a little bit more. The results.
Hurt on the play. Looked like he got poked in the eye. Stojakovic, Jason Williams. Puts in the 3.
Penetration and dish.
Williams now 3 for 3 from downtown. And Divac shaken up. Ball deflected.
3-on-1.
Brian wanted a kick ball. Williams, nice feed to Christie, and Christie had a foul. Derek Fisher picks up his 3rd, and Doug Christie with a chance for a 3-point play.
Big guys not running the floor in this game. The pace that Phil Jackson talked about early. Turning the thermostat down right now. It's scorching here for Sacramento as Jason Williams.
You to make shots and good decisions. Vlade, good rebound.
And a quick outlet to Williams. Weber running the floor. Stojakovic setting a screen.
Now that's the type of pounding you need from the big man, forcing Phil Jackson to take a muching out.
And you get what Phil Jackson was concerned about the most. The running game and the big men on the finishing end. So Sacramento back on top.
Weber with 21. You're watching the NBA on NBC. After a strong series against Phoenix, Jason Williams having a solid game one despite the 5 turnovers with 14 points and 3 assists, wearing that new style sneaker that Terrell Brandon actually wore a pair of those in the Minnesota series. I'm waiting for him to click his heels and say there's no place like home.
I have not seen shoes like that since the days of Jimmy.
Here in this best-of-7 series, a dominant performance from Shaquille O'Neal. The 44 points, 21 rebounds, the 7th block, a huge one in the final seconds. And the Lakers take game 1 here of this Western Conference semifinal.
Into the sold-out Staples Center and the most talked-about conference semifinal series in the NBA. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Los Angeles Lakers. And we've got game 3 on Friday night in Sacramento with the Los Angeles Lakers leading Chris Webber and the Sacramento Kings 2 games to none. Remember, Los Angeles led by 18 after 3, and the Kings got it down to 6. Box the miss. Derek Fisher back in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers, by the way, only 1 offensive rebound tonight. There's D-Box at the other end.
But Kevin, that's what I was talking about. If they
runs deflected by Christie. Here comes Jason Williams the other way, shifting gears and down the lane.
Got away with the snake bite. Jason Williams, nobody stops him. Kobe running to his man, no communication in transition. And Jason Williams.
Lakers win it. They go up 3 games to none. And Sacramento in a huge hole. No team has ever come back from this kind of deficit in a 7-game series and won. (103-81) is the final score. The
making their way to Arco Arena in Sacramento and hoping this is not the playoff finale for the Kings.
Speak to him now. This is what they need to do right here. Get a layup.
And that's just what Christie does. Doug Christie cuts it to a 10. And the Kings get the new 24. Here's Jason Williams. The game is tied at 12.
He's such a barometer for this team because if he can play some good minutes, now you can bring Bobby Jackson in and bring Lats. But Jason Williams, the energy man of this team, bangs in a 3. We have a tie game, 5:54 to go here. Whoever does leave, this will not be the same team, and they'll have a lot of work ahead of them, so we'll have to see what happens in the offseason.
And that will wrap it. So the Kings lose only 11 games at home all season, but 4 of the 11 at the hands of the Los Angeles Lakers, who now make it 15 straight wins. 8 at the end of the regular season, and they are now 7 for 7 in the playoffs. And now the Lakers will have a lot of time to rest as they await the winner between San Antonio and Dallas.
Williams, and this is ESPN, the magazine's brand new mascot, Maggie the Magazine. I guess she's supposed to represent how great the magazine is, but mostly she just gives people the creeps.
Dealt flashy point guard Jason Williams to the Grizzlies for guard Mike Bibby. Williams averaged 9.4 points per game this past season and shot 40% from the floor. Michael Bibby comes to Sacramento after a solid 2001-2000 campaign. Played all 82 games for the Grizzlies last.
It was very quick. You know, this has been very difficult because no matter what's happened, you know, Jason is. I mean, he added the excitement.
Winning games as they prepare for their first season in their new house. Two teams tuning up for the regular season next on Sunshine. Memphis, Tennessee, home to Graceland, the Blues, and Beale Street, and now to the NBA on Sunshine Network. After 6 difficult years in Vancouver, the Grizzlies have relocated to Memphis. And along the banks of the mighty Mississippi River sits the Pyramid. And inside this 20,000-seat venue, the Heat and Grizzlies about to engage in their first ever preseason meetings. The Heat is 1-2. The Grizzlies, winners of all 3 of their preseason games, one of only 2 unbeaten teams in the NBA's preseason.
Memphis looks to lean on this guy, Jason Williams, who has really had a fine preseason, close to 20 points per game, 11 assists per game. He is
the Memphis Grizzlies, and he has gone with this group through the preseason. The rookie from Duke, Shane Battier, Stromile Swift, the second-year man from LSU, Michael Dickerson, the second leading scorer in the NBA's preseason, and Jason Williams just lighting it up. Matter of fact,
beautiful. Nice inside move by Eddie.
5 points for House. Williams, beautiful drive right with a jam. And the Heat defense being torched here in the first 3 minutes. And the 4th-year guard out of Arizona. Jason Williams, nice stutter step. Here's the jumper for 2. Pretty move by the former Florida Gator. And Eddie's playing so well in the preseason.
Deep in the backcourt, but you watch as Williams goes into his bags of tricks, is able to freeze the defense. And
Pau Gasol, the rookie from Barcelona, Spain, is in the game. The 7-footer. Jason Williams taking it right from Gill. And putting it in. And again, the backcourt pressure really affecting Miami. Williams with 4 points for 6 times in this first quarter.
You take a look at the Mercedes movement. Jason Williams able to go with the left hand off that steal out of the backcourt.
A 20-point night for Solomon, and that will do it here in Memphis, Tennessee. The Grizzlies, who came into this game averaging 107 points a game, slap 110 on Miami tonight. Unheat-like in terms of the defense and the points allowed. But the Heat lose it by 4. A back-and-forth ball game that was entertaining.
Hi, everybody. Along with Sue Lance, I'm Chick Hearn. We got a big ass on our face.
It's preseason for the broadcasters, too. The Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Lakers in Anaheim. Lakers lead by 20. Jason Williams will try to bite into that lead with the jumper. Hubie Brown will open the regular season Tuesday against Portland.
Some things just take a little getting used to, such as saying Memphis Grizzlies instead of Vancouver.
Yeah, other things take a lot of getting used to, such as Jason Williams in a Grizzlies uniform, or J. Will with hair, unlike our dated picture right there. J. Will, a new 6-year contract extension, or all the above. We're going to have to update that.
Well, and how about this, too? New number 2, but same fans. In support of number 55 of the Kings, horsing around a little bit before the game with his former backup, Bobby Jackson. And then there's the guy who was traded for, Mike Bibby, who will lead the Kings to the promised land, no doubt. Fans not forgetting all the great things Jason Williams did. Got a nice round of applause before the game, but same game, nails the jumper and then gets a little how do you do, nice going from Vlade Divac. Then Jason Williams out on the break, goes behind his back, between the arms of Vlade.
There is your final 107-94. Peja game high 22. J. Will with a typical.
It may sound different, but welcome to Memphis, a hotbed of college basketball in the past, and now a city opening its arms to the NBA. We greet you from the Pyramid, home of the University of Memphis Tigers, and now the home of the Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight, their home opener as the Pistons come rolling into town here on Fox Sports Net. Also, the former King, Jason Williams. You know he'll razzle-dazzle tonight. Back with the opening ceremonies from Memphis after this timeout. this timeout, but Jason Williams certainly a part of the show tonight. For Memphis, the Yellow Jacket from Country Day School, Shane Battier up front with Lorenzen Wright and Stromile Swift, a high flyer. And in the backcourt, Jason Williams and Michael Dickerson.
Jason Williams. This is why the Pistons will need good defensive transition tonight. This guy can get it up and down the floor. He's got a lot of liberty, and he will play very well in the wide open game. One of the better passers in the league.
Rebound to Swift. Williams, constant motion, buried it inside the 3-line. Rebound to his ex-teammate, Williams. No looker to Gasol. That's what they want to do here. Run the floor.
And get the crowd on it.
Against Grant Long, couldn't get it to go. Williams shaking Baker. Hit.
This up and down thing. This favors the home team. Crowd.
Williams. Jason Williams inside to Battier. Shane Battier get up. No. Williams got away from Barros. Looking at Robinson. Doesn't care. Jason Williams slots in.
The way they get the ball up and down the floor, you have got to get back and match up against these guys.
You see Gasol running the floor, and this is exactly what Memphis wants to do. Beat you down the floor in transition, especially with Jason Williams at the point.
But that's why they got Williams here. He brings excitement.
So the Pistons were in a heap of trouble, Greg, but came from 12 down to win it.
Defensive rededication, Clifford Robinson, Stackhouse, Wallace, all played big.
90-80, the Pistons win it.
The NBA returns to play in the Twin Cities. The Target Center in Minneapolis filling on this Friday night, and arriving too from Memphis, Jason Williams to square off against the big ticket as Minnesota looks to win its first 2 games to open the year for only the second time in franchise history, hosting the new look Memphis Grizzlies.
Showboat's part of Memphis, the Memphis scene. Well, you're looking at the ultimate showboat right there in the NBA. Keep your eye on this guy. He's definitely worth the price of admission. Probably has some of the best court vision you'll ever see leading the break. Got to keep your hands ready because he will throw some spectacular, unbelievable passes.
So the NBA tonight on Fox Sports Net. The Timberwolves looking to slow down. Slick Jason
works against him. It's at 8. And you see Stromile out to Jason. Double clutches and gets it to swirl home. That's a 3.
He doesn't need much time. Or
advantage Memphis. And the turnover stolen away by Jason against the National. What a lead to right over Rusho, and Rusho gets his hand into the mix.
You see how the Grizzlies know when Jason has the ball. Look at the big guy, Lorenzen Wright. He got down the floor so fast, it looked like a sprinter coming out of blossom because he knew all I have to do is run. And Jason Williams, look at him, always looking around, great peripheral vision. I'm telling you, this guy sees the floor better than anybody in the game, maybe except for Jason Kidd. But there's something that must be about that first name, Jason, because these point guards named Jason are great passes in the open floor. And when big guys...
That 3. Long rebound right into the arms of Gasol, and now Jason from 15.
I'll tell you, this guy, you can't come out on him if you're a big guy like Joe, because if you do, you'll just...
Says, so here comes the bench. So terrific with 35 points on opening night. Quick couple of buckets out of Lauren Woods, the 7-foot 1-inch rookie out of Arizona, and Jason Williams.
Big deal. You know, he'll knock about 10 of them.
Dishes to Lauren. Blocked cleanly by Gasol from behind. A long pass. Williams bumped by Peter, able to float and finish.
Wow, Jason Williams shielded that pass with his body like a wide receiver.
With Gary Trent. Easily saved to the center. Lorenzen Wright checks back in. On the pass Gasol from Jason. Again, the vision to see him 50 feet away.
Well, you know, Jason was a quarterback in high school. Randy Moss was his eventually winner. But hey, that's baseball. That's just the nature of the game sometimes.
Brandon. Right back at Jason. Jason said he didn't need to learn the offense. All they wanted him to do was run and deal like that. And there will be games that they will win. A couple of threes in the first half. Final trip down the floor. This will be the 12th time in 13 games as Williams strokes the tray. What was that? Quinn Garnett with 14 boards. What a...
Live from the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, home to
to the world champion Arizona Diamondbacks. It's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Welcome inside America West Arena here in Phoenix. Tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies take on the Phoenix Suns. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, a change in the front court. Stromile Swift and shoot around today going up for a rebound. Came down on the foot of Lorenzen Wright, twisting his left ankle. And so Stromile Swift not in the starting lineup. In fact, not dressing this evening. In the backcourt, Jason Williams and Michael Dickerson. Dickerson doesn't fall, and Lorenzen Wright takes it down. Pow!
Jason Williams has been doing that the first 3 games. Really getting into the cracks and finding the big guys, making good passes. He comes in the game with one thing on his mind, and that's to shoot the basketball.
Missed last 2 games because of a strained calf. He has 5 players on the floor that did not start this game. Williams to Michael Dickerson.
This is Michael's breakout game. And
how about this setup?
What an underhand pass. I mean, it takes a lot of touch and skill.
Time on the shot clock. Williams puts it on the floor. Oh, Jay Will doing that thing.
He faked me out, and I'm sitting over here.
Williams, shot clock winding down, puts it on the floor. I'll give it to you. No, I don't think so. With the board.
Memphis has done a great job on the defensive end tonight.
Count it, and 1.
Another great look by Jason Williams, and Powell strong enough to get the and 1, get the foul. Good look. Put it up left-handed. That's something I haven't seen.
After tearing down that board, that's about one thing and one thing only, just strength. And that will come in time.
You're exactly right.
Nick Anderson ripping the cords.
But the coaches, they love Vasco and what he's been able to add to their team.
Penny Hardaway to Gugliotta. Batted away. Battier. Williams. Lead pass.
Pow! The 7-footer running the floor. What does the coach tell you always? Catch the ball with 2 hands and shoot it.
Catch and shoot. Williams behind the back. Lorenzen Wright. And it rolls in.
What a pass by Jason Williams. I mean, it was a great pass.
2-point lead.
I tell you, I mean, what a pass there. Phoenix has done a good job on the traps tonight. When you have guys that can play several positions.
And the Suns come away with the W.
Live from Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, Fox Sports Net presents Clippers basketball. Tonight, the Los Angeles Clippers play host to the Memphis Grizzlies. Saturday against Phoenix, 20 out of 24 games. I don't think I've ever heard of a team having that kind of a run of home games. Jason Williams buries his 4th 3 of the year, but it's taken
for all of us to live and learn from. Thank you, Magic, for everything you've given us.
Inside to Gasol. That's a beautiful pick and roll to the hole, and the leading candidate for NBA Rookie of the Year honors, Paul Gasol.
Speak for yourself. What about Jamal Tinsley?
8 blocks in 4 games for Ola Candy. 4 this quarter for Mike, along with 4 rebounds. Not a bad quarter. Jason Williams throws it home. I
think Eric's feeling it tonight.
Gets his first field goal. 52-41, the Clippers. Clippers have the ball. Elton Brand gets it rejected by Battier.
Rookie of the Year candidate.
Oh!
Shane Battier ignites the fast break. You're part of the future of the franchise. Can't have him limping around out there in the 5th game of the season.
An amazing dippity-doo by Jason Williams. He scores the goal on Gasol, and Gasol on him. Shots missed by Ageti. Williams runs out. And he scores. Good job by Jason Williams, taking it right to the hole. 10-point game.
What are they thinking in Chicago?
I do not understand it.
I'm happy.
I'm thrilled.
I'm ecstatic. Although I wish the Clippers were playing a little bit of better defense. 16 people that travel. Well, 16 with the radio mean.
Williams, nice look to right for the slam dunk. That's pretty basketball there. So much more aggressive defensively now. The Grizzlies have come to life.
Pass. What vision, Jason Williams.
Wow, I hear some booing at Staples Center. Some smiles from the Grizzlies. Some snarls from the Clipper bench. 2:06 to go in the third quarter. Timeout called. LA 70. Memphis 66. Good call. 5 in the shot clock. Williams going to have to shoot it.
He'll have no trouble getting that shot off.
Oh, me, oh, my. A three-pointer by Jason Williams. Shots like this will keep him alive.
The reason they are so close is that players like Jason Williams
bring it up.
You can't screen Earl Boykins. He's too little. He just runs underneath it.
Williams for 3 more, trying to keep him alive. Ralph Walter saying so long from Staples Center. With a final score tonight, the Clippers beat the Memphis Grizzlies 108-92.
It's a first step toward NBA respectability, winning on your home floor. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, it's an opportunity to continue the connection with their fans. Through 4 preseason games, they were a perfect 4-0, but the road and the regular season have proven less kind. Tonight, they return to the Pyramid in search of a win. It's the Golden State Warriors against the Memphis Grizzlies. Next. Live from Memphis, Tennessee, along the banks of the Mississippi, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Welcome inside the Pyramid. This evening, the Golden State Warriors are in town taking on the Memphis Grizzlies.
Handling ability and the way he slashes and his quickness to the hole, it's going to be a job by Jason to keep him in front of him, making him shoot jumpers from the perimeter.
How about that jumper from the perimeter? Williams drills it.
And make them set up their offense.
Hughes 6 of 11 against the New York Knicks. Jason Williams, a hot start. Knocks it down.
Well, doing it. And as you saw there with the jumper off the other thing.
Oh! Lorenzen right from Jason Williams.
He's very comfortable doing it.
Doesn't ring true. Gasol. Williams into the front court quickly. Lead pass right. Wren does it again around the rim. 33 to go here in the first quarter. Jason finds Lorenzen right. Grizzlies with the lead early. First 5.5 minutes of action. Jason Williams, 5 points and 3 assists. The Grizzlies with the 5-point advantage over the Golden State Warriors. Running the floor, keep your eyes open.
You're exactly right. And the most impressive thing about that pass is he saw Lorenzen. Lorenzen wasn't in front of him. He knew he was trailing. And just a great pass right on the dime, just like a chest pass. Lorenzen just took it in strong.
Grizzlies on a 13-4 run, and Golden State 2 for their last 10 from the floor. You see the numbers in Fortune. Richardson has it blocked by Swift. Tony Massenberg sends it to Williams. To Stroh! Oh, Stroh!
Well, that's how you do it. Get a block shot. He's really not known as a post-up player. But with Jason Williams on it, Dave Collins figured he would try it out, and it worked that time.
And Jason responds.
Make plays that make your coach wonder what are they doing.
Jason Williams exploding to the hole.
Support one another and just continue to go out there and play hard, and it'll happen for them one night.
86-79. Dave Cowens for the Golden State Warriors, their most successful road trip since November of 1993, when they won 3 games on that road trip. So for the first time since then, the Golden State Warriors win 3 on a road trip, and they have won 3 of 4 overall, 5-3. on the season. The Grizzlies fall to 0-7. Back with our thoughts after this. Live from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball on Fox Sports Net. Welcome inside the Pyramid tonight. The Portland Trail Blazers and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Trail Blazers, the fourth game of a 5-game road trip. And for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Sorry, man. Yeah, Bonzi Wells has definitely been one of the most consistent players in this early season for him. He's had some great games, been very explosive, looking for a shot. And shooting the well, go to the hole. He sure is. He's definitely worked on it and developed it and looks very comfortable shooting it. That was a difficult move, a little step back. You see Jason Williams comes back off the punch.
You're right. You try to come right out and put the foot down on him. That's all time from three-point range.
Yeah, but 40% as a shooter, 46% is amazing to me.
Jason Williams sends it to Long. 4 on the shot clock. Williams at the buzzer.
That's what Jason.
That'll push it over the century mark. And the Grizzlies fall 101 to 85. It was a 2-point game at one stage. And they were tied at the end of 3 at 67. But then in the fourth quarter, it was all Portland. The Trail Blazers defeat the Memphis Grizzlies. But as you mentioned, some opportunities certainly for the Memphis Grizzlies.
To come back and see how you have laid out your game plan for this evening.
Alrighty.
We're going to take a look now at our McDonald's lineups. And let's see the 10 on the floor, those that get a start tonight here in Memphis. For the Cavaliers, Jermaine Jones will get the call because Wes Person can't go with Chris Mihm, Michael Doliak up front. Lamont Murray may be sliding back to the 2-guard tonight, the team with Andre Miller in the backcourt.
Right, and you just have patience and share the basketball.
Jason Williams, free look at it. He'll knock it out. Now for Memphis, they hung around early on. Jason Williams stepping in a passing lane. Jason Williams of
the Grizzlies under control. Good effort by the Cavs here early.
Soul will send it down with the right hand.
And then over the top.
Jason Williams, a quick trigger triple that's right there.
He likes to pull quick defense because that's what's going to win this game.
Jason Williams count that as he acrobatically flipped it up with a left hand. It went. And he's got one coming from the line on a Michael Doliak personal foul.
Well, in the first half, we were talking about not moving your body and reaching. There we get a reach, and what happens? He gets an opportunity for...
Not able to triple hit. Adier sends Jason Williams streaking. Pau Gasol put that down on the Jermaine Jones foul, and that is 5 on Jermaine Jones.
Jason Williams down the middle. Nice, kept his head up. Gasol was basket hanging. He got an opportunity for the play. 3-point play there. That time, Jermaine should have let him go. But exactly where he wanted him, out away from the basket. Now Andre has the advantage.
See, that's what Jason Kidd was talking about in that Kidd quote I gave you. So strong and so lightning quick with that first step.
Yes.
Battier to triple. Got it. Battier has been feeling it from
back down
inside the 2-minute mark. Cavaliers now have got to match this aggression. Jason Williams will scoop the 3. And suddenly this basketball still loose on the deck. Jason Williams up top. The Swift who drops it down.
I mean, that was Andre's play, but all 5 men are there waiting for you. It's a tough play to make in a situation like that.
Chris Mihm coming out to help. Jason Williams turn the corner and finger rolls it up and down. Network. Cavaliers. This one is over at the Pyramid. The Memphis Grizzlies have come up with their first win under Sidney Lowe. A 98-93 win over the Cavaliers, who let a 13-point second-half lead slide away. As John Lucas of the Cavs now fall to 2-9.
It is a sparkling night before Thanksgiving in downtown Cleveland as John Lucas strides inside Gund Arena looking for his first win as the Cavaliers head coach in front of the home folks. We welcome you to NBA basketball on Fox Sports Net. Yeah, John Lucas of the Cavaliers welcome in Sidney Lowe and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Away from him. Battier. Jason Williams for three and put it down.
You don't want to give him too many looks there. I mentioned
elbow. He went to the deck. They get a loose ball in the Alamo Dome. Jason Williams will tee up and drain his second three of the early going.
I don't know about that. A lot of guys run to first base. You've seen some of those guys.
I've seen some of those guys, yeah. This is a 9-0 Cavalier run. Not anymore. Well, Jason Williams just made the mistake. Got chastised by Coach Gukas and then got a triple. Stromile Swift, 6'11", second year, should be a junior. Pretty look from Jason Williams to Pau Gasol, who smashed it to pull Memphis within one. Wes Person showed it on Jason Williams. Battier raked it away. Jason Williams will finish it off. And suddenly, Memphis is on top by night, and it's cost them 13 points. The fourth turnover from Andre Miller. Two-man game. Gasol with a fury as he throws it down.
Make those 11 turnovers for the Cavaliers now. Well,
Battier not able to cash out that illegal detect. Well, Jason Williams with that three from Medina that falls. And that's real.
Slim has to do whatever it takes to not let his man in that situation. Gasol, nice.
And Jason Williams found Battier in tight, who rolled it home as Williams did that whirling move in the open floor.
He's the man that highlight shows love. Love to show. Jason Williams, he'll dazzle you with his passing ability.
A 6-0 run, and look at Jason Williams. Left Andre Miller in the lurch, who found Shane Battier, who finished.
Jason Williams will throw. You got to be ready when you're a teammate of his.
Stromile Swift upstairs as Brian Skinner, Chris Mim lost them, and Swift into the hands of Shane Battier. Cavs by 12. Stromile Swift to rock the rack as he soared up high the other night. Now Pau Gasol at about 190 pounds, not able to challenge. Stromile Swift again will send it down strong. The triple curled out with 25 seconds left. Jason Williams has buried a three. It is a 5-point game. That's what the Cavaliers have been waiting for. It's happened. Let's book this one to the Cavs. First home win of the year. A 101-94. Beginning of the Thanksgiving holiday treat over the Memphis Grizzlies.
From Memphis, Tennessee, it's NBA action as the Suns hit the road here in Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee, the city of barbecue, the city of blues, and the city of NBA basketball.
Williams gets it over on the side down to Battier. Battier was Mr. Everything in his college days at Duke. Out to Williams, the three-pointer. Looks good, and it is. Wow.
And, you know, it's some good and bad in that. Bad in that you don't want him to look.
No question about it. Suns come down. Rodgers has it taken away by Battier. Gets it off to Jason Williams. And the Grizzlies come back. Williams for three. He hits it.
It looks pretty when it goes in, but for a coach, it can drive you crazy. But when
final score here in Memphis, Suns 103, the Grizzlies 89, and Elvis has left the building.
Yeah, he was behind us.
We'll be right
I think
back.
he left the third quarter.
Be right back.
Dallas of Auburn Hills. We're going to cap off your Thanksgiving Day weekend with NBA basketball.
Pistons up 4-0. 9:33 to go in the quarter. Jason Williams, pull back three, got it. Too bad Pistons dishes out. Penetration, he can hurt you. This time he pulls up from the key and hits it. Jason apparently feels very offensive. Jason Williams again, and he knocks it down again. Jason Williams with 7 of the 11.
So he's getting a shot tonight. Pistons have scored 7 straight. Jason Williams back in the ball game. Not bashful, drains a triple. He has 10. Minnesota leading San Antonio. Here's the basket cut out of the timeout by Jason Williams. Jason Williams, he can handle and get to the basket. He does there and scoops and scores. Palace on the Pistons television network. That's your great off-season acquisitions. Jason Williams out of their timeout. Guns over Ben Wallace for 3, and it's through as 23. And the Pistons are back on the winning track here. They get Memphis at the Palace. Our final, the Pistons 91. And the Grizzlies 84. Rick Carlisle's team is now 8-4 on the young season. This is the Pistons.
They are forever linked, fellow members of the NBA draft class of '98. Point guards traded for each other. Tonight they meet for the first time with their new teams. Mike Bibby of the Sacramento Kings versus Jason Williams of the Memphis Grizzlies. Next on Fox Sports Net. Live from the banks of the Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Welcome inside the Pyramid on this Monday night. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Memphis Grizzlies. Mike Bibby versus Jason Williams. Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Devil along with Hersey Hawkins. Certainly glad to have you along. Jason Williams spent his first 3 years in the NBA in Sacramento. On June 27th, he was traded to Memphis. And Hawk, I have a feeling he's been thinking about this night for a long time.
I'm quite sure he has. And as a former player that's been traded before, you couldn't wait to play against your former teammates and against the organization that got rid of you.
All right, tonight it's Jason Williams and the Memphis Grizzlies searching for their second win of the season against the Sacramento Kings, who have won 3 in a row. We'll have it when we return. Matchup against the Sacramento Kings, but it's all about Jason Williams and an opportunity to take on his former teammates. Mike Bibby knows some guys with the Grizzlies as well. We'll have it when we return. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, because of the injuries, this is the way Sidney Lowe has put together his front court. Shane Battier, Ike Austin, and Pau Gasol. And in the backcourt, along with Jason Williams, Rodney Buford. Buford has played 3 games with the Memphis Grizzlies, averaging 6.3 points per game in 17 minutes of action. But Jason Williams coming off of a season-best 25 points. A season ago, Hersey, he scored 24 points, a season best for Sacramento, and his career best, 28 points. And he was just 3 shy of that against Detroit.
Yeah, Jason was feeling good the other night. You see he made a tough shot there, 2 dribbles, fade away, and then just a great backdoor. Received the pass from Brevin Knight, then got a big guy out on the perimeter. Couple of moves, raise up, shoot the 3. He's been shooting the 3 extremely well the last week.
Moments ago, Nicky McCray had an opportunity to speak to Jason Williams.
Jason, tonight you're playing against your former team, the Sacramento Kings. What is your motivation for tonight's game?
Same as every other game. It's just another game. Just try to go out and win.
Obviously, great matchup tonight, you and Mike Bibby. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I mean, I don't really see it as just me against Mike. It's us against the Kings. So.
Stojakovic, certainly a guy that can be the lead option. Misfires. Williams into the lane to Powell.
What a pass to thread the needle and to Powell to find the ball.
Happened at the other end.
I mean, Jason just threads the needle there. I don't know how he saw that play.
Doesn't fall.
Low.
Stojakovic, pass picked off by Jay Will. Williams with the slam.
And you tell me he's not.
From the outside. Pops out. Williams gets a piece of it. Buford back to J. Will. To Buford with the left hand. And the Grizzlies tie the game.
Good fast break.
It took some 6 minutes, but Williams with the slam gets his first two against his former in the lane. Loses it. Loose ball. J. Will from the corner for three. Racks it up. Because you talk about undersized. There is no size. Here's Williams. Got it. 2 in a row for Jason Williams. As I mentioned, over the last
two on the receiving the pass. So maybe that's helped them also.
Maybe this lineup will force Sacramento into something. Williams, 3 straight.
What a shot.
Williams with a 4-guard look, looking for 3, and he just found him. He's knocked down 3 straight, and the Grizzlies are back in it.
3 3-pointers, and more importantly, 5 assists. There's one to Pau Gasol running down the middle. A big 3, which was a big part of the comeback. Then he comes right back and shoots a tough 3 over Pager right in his face. 5 assists, 3 steals. Good first half.
1 of 5 Kings in double digits. Grizzlies have 4. Williams to Pau, hands it back off to Williams to Massenberg. Great find by Williams.
And good offense by Pau Gasol.
Grizzlies trail the Kings 92-87. Massenberg 10 points, 10 rebounds off of the bench, a double-double. A little bit more than their season average. Second doesn't go. Divac has crumbled from the free throw line over the last 2 games. Wasn't a bad foul the way it worked out. Williams from the outside drills it. Jason Williams.
And then looks over to the bench.
Can't answer. Williams.
What a dribble move. Mike Bibby thought he was going for the pyramid. Great defense on that possession. Everybody was active, had their hands moving, their feet.
Williams sends it to Pau with the finger roll, and the Grizzlies lead by 2. Adelman wants a timeout. The Grizzlies are on a run.
What ball handling by Jason. He's taking over here down the stretch. They put the ball in his hands, and he's just creating things for the other guys.
A 9-0 run sparked by Jason Williams as we take a look back at this run, Hersey.
And it all started with Jason Williams with the ball in his hands. Just mesmerizing him in that little hypnotizer, putting him to sleep, then draining the 3. And then, just makes a heck of a dribble move on this play here. Mike Bibby goes for the steal, tries to cut him off, goes behind his back, all the way lays it in. Great offensive move there. Then comes off the pick, one-hand pass to Pau, who goes in and finishes. Those are the things that we haven't seen the Grizzlies, the kind of plays we haven't seen them make in previous games, but they're making them tonight.
Learned about this combination. Jason Williams and a Grizzly team that has won only 1 game and the emotions that go behind it. Williams gets it. J. Will.
And there's Jason. Great pump fake. Gets Bibby up in the air, gathers himself, and knocks down the shot. That's a great dribble move then in transition. And Jason has done exactly what the coaching staff wants him to do. He stayed under control. He's playing with emotion, he's playing with emotion, but he's under control, and he's running the team. They've told him that you're our man. We're going to have you in the game in the 4th quarter, and we expect you to take care of the basketball and to get team shots. And
then back to the pyramid as the Memphis Grizzlies down the Sacramento Kings.
Down, got him back into it. Started off the 3rd slow, and then the 4th quarter came back into the game. You saw, made a big 3, a great dribble move in transition for the layup. And then he comes off the pick, makes a great pass to Pau Gasol for the layup. Then big shot here. Gets Mike Bibby up in the air. Pump fake, range the shot.
Game, of course, is Thursday in Toronto. Jason Williams, phenomenal down the stretch, and the Grizzlies come away with the W, their second of the season for our entire crew. Fantastic job. And of course, Hersey Hawkins, I'm Matt Dublin. So long from Memphis.
Toronto Raptors basketball. And tonight the Raptors go for their 10th win against the Memphis, don't call me, Vancouver Grizzlies. Right. He played ball at Memphis. He's the 4th leading rebounder in the association. Jason Williams knocks one down.
Jason Williams is a dangerous player. You want to push the ball. If you have that opportunity, take it.
Battier. Williams free for the jumper and connects.
Yeah, that's just too easy right there. Alvin, better decisions in crunch time.
Williams angling off, comes up, shooting, good. Now that was a wise call.
Yeah, that's a good shot. I mean, see, there's
over the Memphis Grizzlies here at the Air Canada Center. Up next, the Atlanta Hawks on Saturday afternoon. Right now, let's send it out to Sportsnet.
I don't think he believed Wright could get up there. Jason Williams fires up a three, and that's what you want him to do. He almost puts it up off the back of the iron, won't go. Can he talk to you about his outside shooting in that interview before the game? He's a little upset with it right now. Jason Williams.
Understanding of the game, how to play it offensively.
Jason Williams is shooting it tonight. I think he knows you're in the house. 58 seconds left. Jason Williams has had the hot hand, and apparently the Rockets, since he's shooting, Kenny Thomas had it blocked by Massenberg. Jason Williams to Gasol for two. Boy, he gets up that court in a hurry. Pick up Jason Williams, didn't pick him up fast enough, and Walt Williams did, and he went right back. 5 seconds, down to 4.
Oh, that's not what you want to happen.
Jason Williams takes it the other way for two. That's 3 steals in the first half for Jason Williams.
Momentum swinging their way and get them believing that they can win, regardless if it's home or away.
Jason Williams fires it up and in, a three-pointer. Jason Williams, his second three-pointer of the game. Open, you got to make it.
Yeah, you got to make it.
Jason Williams going to fire it up, and he hits another three-pointer. Jason Williams.
Well, whatever they were feeding him to start this game, you better find him and start feeding our players with it.
One of the best shooting games so far of the season now for Jason Williams, who came into this game with a high of 21, and he's already got 18.
Well, I don't think thing that's starting to trouble me a little bit here in the third quarter is I'm seeing a little more activity out of the offense of the Memphis team opposed to what I'm seeing the defense.
Oscar with 9 points. He had a lot of valuable experience in the preseason. Jason Williams.
Yeah, he's on fire. Now he's in his zone.
Well, the Rockets let him get going in the first quarter, and he's just...
You have to take a rush shot or a bad shot to get involved in the offense.
Jason Williams will shoot it up and in. Well, he hasn't missed in the second half. Very rarely, if you don't get any free throws, do you win games in this league?
No, because you got to shoot at least 60% to do that.
Yeah. Jason Williams hits again.
Well, there's the foul shots right there. He's taking them from 20-foot ball. You foul the ball on the other side, and it relieves the pressure.
Okay. I'm all for it. Jason Williams outside. Oh, underneath the sole for the slam. Well, they played in Toronto last night, but right now it looks like the Rockets played last night. 3:12 left in the third quarter. Biggest lead of the game for Memphis.
Somebody's got the switch. He can make that shot. When he comes off the pick, who's ever setting the pick for him, that man
Steals it while Williams ends up with it. Watch it. Jason Williams with his 5th steal of the game. This guy has been everywhere. Lead, 2:37 left to play. Here is tonight's Miller Lite Player of the Game. Who else could it be but Jason Williams, who has a new career high of 38 points. He's made 6 3-pointers. He's had time for 4 steals and 11 assists. The Grizzlies to end the game. A rain of threes. It's been raining all week in Memphis, and it was raining again tonight inside the Pyramid as the Grizzlies explode for 11 3-pointers. They win their 3rd game of the year, beating Houston 102-85. Don't go away. Calvin and I'll be right back to wrap it up after this break.
He's the Grizzlies' Mr. Excitement. Friday night, Jason Williams exploded for a career-high 38 points and carried the Grizzlies to their 2nd win in 3 games. He is the NBA's reigning MVP. After carrying his team to an Eastern Conference crown, Allen Iverson is looking to lead the Sixers back to the NBA Finals. Tonight, 2 of the game's most dynamic performers come face-to-face. It's the Grizzlies in Philadelphia next. City Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is Memphis Grizzlies basketball on a Sunday night. Welcome inside the First Union Center, where the Memphis Grizzlies take on the Eastern Conference champion Philadelphia 76ers.
Swift had the elbow problem. It looked as though Jason Williams took it upon himself and said, I have to go out and shoot more. I have to go out and be more aggressive and score more points. And that's exactly what he's done. You can see the 19 and 13 against Sacramento. He struggled a little in Toronto, but then came back with a spectacular night. And this is what's been, he's been able to take 1-2 dribbles, shoot shots, and he's been impressive on the defensive end. Getting steals, stepping into the passing lane, right there, great layup. Then gets Moochie back on his heels, raises up, shoots the 3. Then on this one, he just plays with Moochie a little, gets a little space in between him and Moochie, and raises up, nails another one.
Now for the minute in, still scoreless. Here at First Union Center, Williams in the victories, averaging 28 points, and his hot shooting continues as he knocks it down. He was 16 of 28 against Houston on Friday night. Fall and Wright clears it to Williams, and the Grizzlies are running it. Pow!
Great pass by Jason Williams, but Powell really hustled up the floor. Dikembe Mutombo, and there's Jason, just great left-handed pass off the dribble tough pass to complete, but Jason did it with ease.
It's well in the finals last year.
It's going to be interesting to see if Stromal favors that elbow inning, or if he just tries to forget about it and play basketball.
Off balance, Williams, and it rolls in. Difficult angle, but sends it back. Jay Will with 7 on the shot clock. Hands it off to Powell. Not many can get that sort of shot off in the face of Dikembe Mutombo.
Not many can catch that pass. Yeah, Coleman has the ability to go up left hand and then right hand to finish shots, so you really don't know where to play them.
What a look by Jason Williams, and the spin and finish by Battier.
What a finish by Shea. He went after that one, and it looked like nobody was going to get it except him.
What a great hook up there.
Yeah, not bad defense by Pau Gasol on that possession.
Jay Will again. Rodney Buford.
And this time they just threw it right over Allen Iverson, who played good.
Short. Jay Will gets him. The Grizzlies trail by 1. The no look to Snow. Climbs up.
What a pass by Jason Williams. And I didn't think Stroh was going to get there. He took off.
Here's Brevin. Kicks it out. Jay Will. The leaner. And it finds the nets. Nice travels. Not called. Jay Will takes the big 3. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Big shot by Jason Williams.
And will defeat the Eastern Conference champion Philadelphia 76ers. The Grizzlies have won 2 in a row and 3 of their last 4.
Matt, you said it. Everybody contributed. Everybody that came into the game contributed in a positive way. The bench was incredible. What a win.
The Grizzlies, led by Pau Gasol with a double-double, 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Brevin Knight off of the bench with 13 points and 7 assists. Down the Eastern Conference champion Philadelphia 76ers.
TD Waterhouse Center in Orlando. It's Monday night basketball in the NBA. The Magic host the Memphis Grizzlies.
His hands, that's a good thing.
A spinning jumper by Williams is good. He is a very clever defensively. Williams to Gasol. Magic. Light rebounds again. Rodney Buford to Ewing by Jason Williams. But he tips it back to Swift. Roma put a little something on that one. He's got 7. But they turn it over instead. 2-on-1. Williams threads the needle tonight. And a foul on Bushman.
Yeah, what?
Shane Battier dunks it after the steal. Now the Grizzlies are gives back out front to Williams.
Nice shot. Very nice.
Only a second.
You need to get this thing up over 20 because you know these kind of shots will start to fall. And
on the line. Williams pulls up, finds Buford.
Nice pass. That's where you keep your eye on.
And blow out the Grizzlies 113-71.
The home of the blues and the birthplace of rock and roll. Now this southern city on the banks of the mighty Mississippi is also home to the NBA's Grizzlies. Tonight, live from the Pyramid, the Timberwolves battle the new Memphis Grizzlies.
7 seconds into the game.
Jason Williams, one of the most colorful players in the NBA.
Looks like a right said Fred with that haircut. Look at that thing.
Drives inside and gets 2 with a beautiful reverse.
That was a sexy move. 7-footer, but he isn't known for any inside defense.
Kevin Garnett's only been shooting 36% from the field over the last 7 games, and the second straight shot put in by Jason Williams.
Now, and that's being intense and playing well. They pick up their game.
Because he can become disinterested very quickly.
That's right.
Gasol inside. Hooks it in. He is the Western Conference Rookie of the Month. 6% free throw shooter as Austin feeds to Williams. Nesterovic with a flash of defense. And Williams drives and uses the glass. And he's knocked down of the game on him.
See how Williams comes around that, and then Rasho vacates the area. Rasho has to stay with him and make it pass it back.
Battier. Back to Williams again. Yep, he'll fire. He'll fire all night. And sometimes he'll hit.
Wow. Unfortunately, but they're in the right direction. They have good young talent. They just have to stay patient and build this young talent up.
Tonight we are. Comcast Sportsnet presents the 76ers in Memphis for the first time ever to take on the Grizzlies. Williams, who will jack it at any time. There he hits the three. Jason Williams at 31%. Will operate in this their first year in the city of Memphis. Williams hits another jumper, so his second field goal, he's averaging 50.
Nice little 8-2 run by the 76ers. They were down 13-6.
Williams another three, and Steve, you called it. Second hook of the first quarter, and the Sixers lead 20-18. Williams another three. He ain't shy. Instead, it is Williams, a good catch right there. Jason Williams finding Gasol, got it over Mutombo.
He's got some skills. Jason Williams has some.
Cummings around the bucket, his first miss. This a 2-on-1. Williams taking the behind-the-back pass and finishing the job. He now paces the off the fingertips of Blunt. Here are the Grizzlies in the midst of a 10-2 run. Gasol runs the floor nicely for a 7-footer.
Yeah, he really does, and that's one of the things we were talking about in our keys. Our 7-footer away from the hoop for the offensive rebound.
Cummings has charge of Williams, who did it again. Bell is glued to Williams. Brown shows. Williams buries it. He's got 20.
And 7 for 15. He's got a nice little ball right side.
And Harpring now has him out of the corner of his eye. Williams on a rope to Gasol.
An 8 seconds run out. You've got to do it on the defensive end. Starts right here.
Williams. Oh, wow. I'll tell you, it started off like a shot.
Looked like a bad shot initially, but that.
Cummings with 26, adding 2 more to his career high. Williams a healthy 3, and he is trying to end. So the Sixers go with 8 for most of the way. And they finally lose it tonight to the Memphis Grizzlies by a final score of 92-83. Jason Williams, who set the tone in this one early and finished with 23 and 8 assists, our Budweiser player of the game. Missing 4 regular players. Final score tonight, 92.
Comcast Sportsnet presents Wizards basketball. Tonight live from the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. It's the Washington Wizards and the Memphis Grizzlies.
22 points, so he's really been shooting the ball well, finding the range.
Wide open. Williams got past Chris Whitney, and they found him for an easy 2.
And you've got to see the ball. That
shot clock was running down. Williams the other way. Look at this guy. Is he unbelievable or what?
So that's 3 in a row now.
14-point Washington lead, their largest of the game.
Now Jordan guards Williams. He jacks up a 3 and hits it. That's a 2-point field goal. Austin off the glass. Heidi played at Cardinal Ritter High in St. Louis. Williams fouled by Whitney and gets it to go.
Sometimes he handles that ball like it's on a string. And so quick with that hand move. We showed you before where he turned that ball over. And there you see him kind of draw that contact from Whitney and then jump back.
Steve Buckhands, Phil Chenier. Nice pass. Great play.
Starting get these points.
Jordan tied up, and Massenberg pulls it away and kicks it out. 1:55 to go. Battier to Williams. Nice move. Lays it up. What a shot by Jason Williams.
Like I said, he's got to have big hands. You see him just palm that ball with one hand, and watch this again. He leaves his man, has the ball cupped there in one hand, and then the finger roll. That's a tough shot. Like we said, he can do some spectacular things with the basketball. He's just sometimes so undisciplined that he hurts you.
Yep. Of course, his story is well documented. Pleasant evening from the Pyramid in Memphis. Once again, the final score: the Wizards 91, the Grizzlies 8.
Promise of the 5-3 beginning for the Warriors. Now having lost 12 of 15, Brian Winters named interim coach today. Dave Cowens is out, and tonight the Warriors take on for the second time this year the Warrior lead at double digits.
Well, I was going to say Williams going to shoot the ball again. Now he got into 3 there. He's, you know, he threw it behind the back pass.
Austin, shot clock at 11. Williams with the herky jerk and launches a 3. Oh my goodness. Richardson with a steal. Running with Hughes. He just throws it away. And Williams makes him pay. 12 shots, only 1 assist.
I'll tell you what, when he's good, he can be very good. He can be very exciting. He hit 2 3-pointers in that first half. Did Jason Williams, but he had 6 attempts.
For Memphis. Shot clock at 5. Another 3 is right through.
I'll tell you, you can be really relaxed. I think he can take Jason Williams anytime he wants. Well, there's some speed, too. Wow. To counter. Looks like they're packing it in. This is a terrific move here, though. He just outran.
Win number 1. Warriors shoot 48%. They limit Memphis to 41% and win 93-84.
To make the play when it counts the most. Williams went wild in the final 3 minutes of the game, dominating play, scoring 8 as the Grizzlies came from behind to stun the Kings. Jay Will got his revenge, but the Kings have lost 2 in a row on the road. Tonight, there'll be no love. Well, Jay Will is in the house. Jason Williams and the Memphis Grizzlies played a preseason game here in October, but tonight it's for real. As the Memphis Grizzlies at 5 up and 17 down, check on the Kings 17 and 7.
Fans know that Jason Williams certainly has the potential to put on a show. You'll see a stretch here of 3 straight threes that Jason made in the first half, and that's one thing he can do. He can turn a game around. Kings fans know that. Kings players know that. So that's something that Kings going to keep in mind tonight.
Grizzlies like to push the ball. They really do not like to play 5-on-5, and this is why Jason Williams better in the open court.
Williams from the top of the key. His second basket.
Got a little bit of a track.
And Sacramento still in control, leading 42-30. And Christie would love to have that one back. 3-on-1.
Yeah, and of course explosiveness. Jay Will stopping, popping, and here again in the open floor again just pushes the ball to the area where he can be effective and goes right at Vlade Divac for another hoop. So Jay Will just turned out to be a pick and pop.
And Williams, and he's fouled. So Jason Williams will try to cap off the 3-point play. 3rd foul on Weber.
Well, Jason Williams just took it coast to coast right through the entire Kings defense. Now watch Jay Will here. He just goes through everybody. Nobody reacts. Chris gets over a little too slow, but simply 5 white shirts. Nobody able to stay in front of Jason.
Gerald Wallace back into the lineup with Scott Pollard. Well, Chris, all do it in fine fashion. Sacramento now with their 18th win. Jason Williams just 4 of 16. And Sacramento easily defeats the Memphis Grizzlies tonight, 104-87. And Gerald Wallace stealing the show tonight with 20 points. And again, Sacramento now with the win at 18 7. We'll come back with our Tower player interview. Kings in a rout.
Tonight, the Bucks try to uncover the secrets of the pyramid as they make their first NBA visit to Memphis, Tennessee.
But Jason Williams looks to pass first. Sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's not. He likes to take the jumper when it's going good. You have to play him. He likes to penetrate. He likes to showboat a little bit. He'll get the crowd into it if you're not careful. He's scoring 15 points, but look, field goal percentage not good. He takes the most shots on the team. He moves the ball around.
The cultural difference these players have had to adjust to from Vancouver to Memphis. Look at the fast break. I'm telling you, Jim, this team can transition, and that's an important key for the Bucks.
Grant Long on the Robinson losing the handle at the top. Jason Williams benefits from the lead pass. Has 4.
Trying to post Battier again on the right wing. You should take those 2. Houston in this one. Got to get up on him on the threes if he gets that going with the penetration.
Perimeter swing, a very deep 3 by Jason Williams.
Now see, the Bucks have a problem. If he's having a night outside.
Finds Williams. Crossover and a deuce.
At this point, he's the one lighting it.
Points, so anytime he goes to the bench, apparently it helps the Bucks. That's a pass, and he's been hitting shots, couple of threes.
Tough to shoot that baby straight in. He can do it, though.
Jason Williams will try to take over a little bit now as the Bucks have things going in the third. Turns it into a deuce. The Bucks lead 77-70.
Good, tough work. Williams behind the screen. Sam steps behind him. Williams drains it.
And it's a 3. Jason Williams around Gasol. That's an open shot.
Sam's dropping below the screen every time.
Pass that led to a bucket. 11 points, 9 rebounds for Mason as the Bucks close out the Memphis Grizzlies 114-105 at the Pyramid. We'll be back to wrap it up next on the Bucks Television Network.
From Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, it's time for New York Knicks basketball. Tonight, the Knickerbockers host the Memphis Grizzlies. The way by Long, and here comes Williams.
Another nice pass by Williams, the alley-oop type.
I was ready to say another. Knicks lead by 2. Just over 5 minutes gone by.
Williams sneaks inside. Nice dish off to Swift. All that good stuff.
Throw my team was 2. But he really bounced around. Jason Williams knocks down the shot. The Knicks down by 6 again.
Mr.
Battier.
Free not protecting the ball with his body. When he made his turn, left the ball hanging.
Jason Williams, Miles Swift with a perfect screen on Allen Houston. No one came to help out. Jason Williams. Miles Swift. That's the 3rd block for Gasol. Williams, little Harlem Globetrotters action. And the Grizzlies go 5 on the shot clock. Jason Williams puts up the 3, knocks it in. And the Grizzlies go up by 3 with 1:14. Inbound, Kurt Thomas. Thomas across the lane, feeds Camby. Camby inside, won't go. The tip, not no good. Camby again. Ball knocked loose. Jackson puts it up. That won't go. Camby won't go. And there's the buzzer. And the Knicks fall to the Memphis Grizzlies here at the Garden.
And can you believe that? Camby, profusion of opportunities right on the rim. Could not get it down. And only the 2nd time this season the Grizzlies have tasted the sweet smell of victory on the road.
And the Knicks with an inexcusable loss tonight to the Memphis Grizzlies. Final score, the Grizzlies 90, the Knicks 88. More to come after this timeout.
Holiday greetings, everyone, from the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee, where tonight Hubie Brown leads the Los Angeles Lakers against the Memphis Grizzlies.
So successful early against the Lakers with his outside shooting. Jason Williams from 19 feet on the left side. That's good for another basket for Williams, Battier, Grant Long, and Ike Austin the same for the Grizzlies. And one thing that has changed right away, 15-foot jump shot from the right corner.
Is either team going to miss?
We'll find out. Jason Williams spots up for the 3-point shot. Right at the top of green and roll. Rick Fox not there to rotate, rattles in and out. Gasol able to tap the ball out. Jason Williams, quick shot. and energized to start this third quarter. Jason Williams dreadful in the first half, and the Grizzlies have recaptured the lead 65-64.
Yeah, and Phil Jackson not happy at all right now. That's why the quick timeout. The Grizzlies have taken a 1-point lead with 9:37 to play in the quarter on the world champion Lakers Basketball Network.
Lots of room by Shaquille O'Neal. Austin made a couple of shots from there in the first half. Jason Williams, another three, and that rattles down. Talk about a streaky
over Lakers.
Here comes Jason Williams. Shaq behind, and Shaq can't get there to block that shot, and Jason Williams continues his hot play in the second half. Gasol down on the block against Robert Horry. Rick Fox coming over to help. Space for Jason Williams. Three-point shot is good. Jason Williams now with 17.
I told you that was going to be the guy that either had this Grizzlies team win it or lose it, because he wasn't going to back off from shooting. He either shoot you in it. Fish says, "This is in your face, Jace."
Well, he's got some making up to do, does Derek Fisher in the second half. Jason Williams has been brilliant after a terrible first half. Williams again for three.
They're just playing back at you right now. You don't want to get caught up in a one-on-one thing here. Giving this team another lift with his three-point bombs. There's never any question was his foot on the line when Jason Williams rears up, because he's normally about 3 or 4 feet behind it. Back-to-back threes by Jason Williams.
Has been an NBA city for a little while. They know the Beat LA chant very well already.
Turnover.
Steal by Jason Williams, coming against Derek Fisher for the finish. Boy, Stu, were you right? Jason Williams was going to be the key 100% good or bad for the Grizzlies. Time again.
No question. The turnover, though. Robert Horry trying to throw it to the top to Derek Fisher. Jason Williams steps in, gets the steal and the basket, and that opens up the three-point lead.
Two-time defending champion, Los Angeles Lakers, and this place is bedlam.
You would think that they just won the championship. Look at them. Yeah, they should be happy, though.
Very proud of their effort. Congratulations to the Grizzlies and their head coach, Sidney Lowe, and Stu Lance again, dead on target. Jason Williams was the star of the quarter, and the Lakers lose their 4th game of the year, 114-108.
With possession of the ball, Robert Horry tries to throw it to Fish. Jason Williams steps in, makes the steal, and extends to a three-point lead, and the Lakers couldn't do nothing about it after that. And guess what? Jason Williams becomes the player of the game. He had 26 points, 24 of those coming in the second half. He played 41 minutes, but he stepped it up in the second half and was knocking down shots from well behind the three-point line. And Jason Williams carried this team down the stretch, making just about all the points they scored in a certain amount of minutes en route to the 114-108 victory. We'll be back with more in a minute on the World Champion Lakers Basketball Network.
Well, a chance late this afternoon to see one of the NBA's better rookies. Pau Gasol is in here with his Memphis club. Joe Johnson, another rookie in the Celtic locker room studying tape. And we're ready for some basketball action here at the Fleet as the Memphis Grizzlies take on the #1 in the Eastern Conference, Boston Celtics. You can see it right there, 16-8. Kenny off the dribble, has it stripped away. Williams has got long with him. Williams goes himself for 2. Jason Walker with the miss. Picked off. There's the 10th turnover. Gasol. To Gasol. Back to Williams. Williams is going to take it and make it. Sometimes you win ugly, and that's what Boston did here this afternoon.
Tonight, from the Pyramid in Memphis, the Chicago Bulls will open a 2-game road trip tonight, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Jason Williams, who's had problems shooting the ball a little early, being out of control. Gets the lob inside, goes up and lays it in.
Easy. Hit the pivot man, just cut
his way in. Fakes, comes up and under, and has it blocked. He thought he got fouled. Here comes Memphis. Williams behind the back to Gasol, who dunks it.
I talked about how this guy can distribute the ball, and he certainly did on that test. Let's take a look at this pass down low. Now watch it in here. You see Jason Williams just circle, loses the man and gets it down, and then Jason Williams on a fast break. Watch this left hand behind the back, and it's your Hyundai drive of the game.
And watch the back pick again. Miller on defense. Battier got it in after the behind the back pass by Mercer with a tough shot.
Nobody there to rebound.
Yeah. First pass and a shot from 17 feet. Jason Williams does the same at the other end, but hits. And throws it away, but Jason Williams is right there. He'll put up a three and hit. Look what I found, Bob.
A missed pass, right? They missed the pass. Greg worked so hard on that shot. You see him before the game, really working on it. And there comes Jason Williams again.
Bulls need a timeout right now.
Pretty good
Jason
movement by
Williams.
this team, isn't it? You know, we haven't seen them for a while, and
Williams a step back throw up three that finds the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
Since he threw it out of bounds, nobody touched it, but what the heck. Williams, baseline jumper is good. He's taking over, John.
Yeah, he sure is.
Gasol. Back to Battier. An 11-3 run. That takes care of that. Part of the Sharif Abdul-Rahim trade. Williams stops, long deuce on the way, and it's good. And the Vancouver Grizzlies have their 8th win of the season. They win it here 107-85 over the Bulls. Nice job by their rooks, Gasol, Shane Battier, and of course Jason Williams played well. Megan, Norm, a good win for Memphis.
Live from Miami, Florida, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball on Fox Sports Net. Welcome inside America Airlines Arena. Tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies take on the Miami Heat.
This year, limiting opponents, 88.9 points a game, second best in the league. Down low, Tony Massenberg, great setup.
Eddie Jones missed a couple of games early on because of the right shoulder. He injured a year ago. The screen from Massenberg, and Jason Williams takes advantage this season. And Anthony Carter, their starting point guard, is injured with a lower abdominal strain. Great dribble pen. Three over the Miami Heat. Jason Williams uses the screen, dribble penetration.
Ran out of the game. Both guys scoreless at this point.
Here's Jason Williams. Williams fading away over House. Got it. 9 points for Jason Williams, who had a
even mentioned in the same sentence with those two gentlemen.
Don Shula, Forrest Becker, and Hersey Hawkins. Our legends. There you go.
Come on, you're
Jason Williams knocks down the jumper, and he's into double digits for the 11th straight. Take a look back at first half highlights.
Yeah, and a lot of it was Jason Williams just playing off the pick and rolls in transition. They're coming off a couple times, then raising up for the shot. Then finding Powell inside with a nice short hook. Jason with 6 assists.
Double. Here's Strohmeyer. Shot contested, tapped out. Williams, slick fingertips, comes away with it and knocks down the jumper.
It's the Grizzlies' night. They're coming up with every loose ball.
6 rebounds.
And Jason checks in to try to gain the momentum back.
Massenberg with the left hand.
He comes up with a great pass after checking in. Fine Tony possession also on Gatling, taking away that left hand and making him shoot a tough shot. And there's Buford climbing the boards with the big guys coming up with it.
Dribble penetration, Jason Williams.
What a layup.
Driving to the bucket. Leaves it out there with the flip of the fingertips. And the Memphis Grizzlies lead here in Miami, 80-69, 8:08 to go. Williams, under 3 minutes ago, the Grizzlies holding on to an 8-point advantage. They have been able to respond to every run put together by the Miami Heat. Williams, crossover, pulls up, over Gill, got it. Jason Williams, ripping the cords.
Jason Williams getting the ISO by himself over there with Kendall Gill on him, and he's putting a quick dribble move on him, raises up for the jumper. Nothing but net.
Timeout on the floor. Jason Williams with 17 points. Williams eyes Gill. Crossover, has space, and has 2. That leads to 6. Grizzlies come away
with the W here in South Florida. The Grizzlies have won 4 of 5 and improved to 9-20 overall. And the disheartened look of Alonzo Mourning as the Memphis Grizzlies come to Miami and take care of the Heat.
Jason Williams, one of the premier point guards of the NBA. It's 0-1, 0-2, 0-2 on your calendar as you step inside Continental Airlines Arena.
Better if they work at it. Massenberg way off on a jump hook. Williams saves it for Swift, who rocks the rim.
Hey, Swift, send it in.
And a jump shot for Jason Williams.
You can see the rim better.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Williams pump fake using the Gasol screen. There's the roll and the dunk.
And a quick timeout because they've given a chance to of 1990. And they just haven't done a good job on this little particular play all year long. When they do, they get good opportunities.
Kittles has been perfect from the field, 5 of 5. Williams gets the Stephon King and the Baker.
He's got a lot of flash. A little kiss, but little guy.
5. Nets have their largest lead, 20.
They're going to get Battier involved, I think. They're running their pick and roll, which has been effective.
Williams, a jumper.
That's by 18 over the Memphis Grizzlies.
Tonight, the Atlanta Hawks have come to battle the Memphis Grizzlies.
That shows you, Bob, they have some potential to win. If you look at the good execution on that old Chicago Bull play way back in the days, they get good execution and get a layup the ball out of bounds. Doing a good job of denying that ball to Paul Gasol.
Williams out of the corner. Blocked by Massenberg. Picked out of there by Gasol. Now to Williams. Jason. 4-3. And that, I think, Stinger, is the great fear about Jason Williams.
Long-range 3, you're really at his mercy because he has great ball handling skills and great quickness. And he just stops and pops from 3. You kind of hope he misses that one. Work with him and let him create for you offensively.
Jason Williams. Nothing but net.
Right now, the
games. But back in tonight. Nice pass, and Swift winds it up and throws it down.
Oh, man, with one step. I mean,
Don Sharif's back, and Gasol blocks the dunk attempt. Williams for 3. 13 for Jason Williams, 57-49 Memphis. And a timeout taken by the Grizzlies. Jason Williams, second 3-ball of the night. And Memphis with an 8-point advantage. 2-point lead. And Jason Williams works with Shane Battier. Jason fired. Hits.
Well, what's City Low wanted to know if the Hawks are still
10, 9 to shoot. And poked away by Williams. He gets the toss from Massenberg and lays it up and in. The Atlanta Hawks have won in Memphis, and they do it by 4. As Brevin Knight renews acquaintances on the Atlanta bench, but the Grizzlies go down to defeat. Our final score tonight from the Pyramid in Memphis. The Hawks 113 and the Grizzlies 109. Back to wrap it up in a moment.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Mississippi Delta here in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Pyramid, where the Memphis Grizzlies preside. The Supersonics tonight take on the Grizzlies at 9. Tripped up by Battier, no whistle. Down come the Grizzlies. Williams with the ball and a pull-up jumper in transition. Nothing but net.
Battier is just such a sound defensive player.
At the timeout, Grizzlies 8, Sonics 4 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Deflected away, grabbed by Lewis. Baseball pass, snared at midcourt by Williams. He'll come the other way. Crosses over, drives in, up under the arms of Barry, and lays it in.
Well, a turnover on the fast break. Sonics
in the first period of play. Turnovers like this cost you on the road, Billy.
They certainly do, and they have 4 already. Jason Williams going to the basket with a nifty move, but the
6'5" utility man. As Memphis, long rebound garnered by Williams. Up in the front court, lobs it toward the rim. Goodness gracious. 2 hands of dynamite. Bringing it high and hard.
With Stromile Swift on the lob. And tonight he wants to run. He'll pull up now. Long trailing will take it with 6:51 to play in the half. Grizzlies on top 29-28. Williams ball above the head playing games. Nice pass down beneath the hole. There is Gasol for the two-handed jam.
And the reason that happened, no ball. Pressure to basketball. Jason Williams, who's a shooter, also is a very good passer, has good court vision. Lob pass to Gasol. That's the third or fourth time that's.
For some reason, in the last three possessions, going to Massenburg, who's really not a scorer. Here's Grant Long driving in deep, doubled outside to Williams. Pump fakes, nice pass to Massenburg for the jam. And the foul. He'll head to the line.
He said, Kevin Calabro, I heard you. What do you mean I can't score? Good find by Jason Williams. He caught the seam in the Sonics defensive rotation that time. Grant Long kicking it out. Jason Williams with the dribble, head and eyes up inside to Massenburg for the flush.
34 seconds left in the half. J. Will steps into a three. That hoist is good. Jason Williams. Man, you give him a little bit of daylight. Seattle really clicking now. Lewis coming off a Massenburg screen. Pull-up jumper by J. Will is good.
Yeah, when he gets inside that free throw,
13-point spread on the Grizzlies. Seattle really putting the hammer down in the third quarter. Williams on a slip screen by Gasol. Led him beautifully to the hole for the rim rattler.
Well, just a good pick and.
J. Will off the Gasol screen. Curls, stops, pump fakes from the center of the key. Knocks down an 18-footer.
Well, the Grizzlies have been playing with the pick and roll play, which has been his bench. Radmanovich has been on fire from the three.
Here's Williams with a follow-away jumper. He nailed it. Williams with a conventional two-pointer. 78-67 the count. 2:42 left in this game. The Sonics trying to finish. 82-69 they lead it. Barry drives into the lane. Ball jostled free. Grabbed by Buford. Ahead to Williams. Has a step on Payton. Slides to the glass and lays it in.
Well, the Sonics even with
7 threes. 11 of 17 from three-point range this afternoon. Memphis the other way. Stromile Swift. Good gracious. Winding up, taking long steps into the lane and packing it down with a right hand. Very professional win.
Yes.
On a Sunday afternoon here in Memphis, Billy.
I'd concur, Kevin. Gutsy performance. They came out a little lethargic in the first quarter, but they just stayed with the game plan.
Tennessee, it's time for exciting Toronto Raptors basketball. And tonight the Raptors take on the Memphis Grizzlies here in Memphis. Antonio Davis lost the handle, turned over. Here's Memphis on the break. Williams with a gorgeous bounce pass to Gasol to finish.
Now, see, a lot of times you don't want to give a 7-footer the ball coming.
Game 5:37 remaining, 12-10, Memphis. Jason Williams, along with Gasol, teaming up on Sportsnet.
It didn't look like he really wanted to shoot that ball, Chuck, when he caught it. You got to be ready.
Underneath, Paul Gasol.
That's just another great pass. We've seen Jason Williams find Gasol several times in this game in transition.
Grant Long with another rebound. Grizzlies very quietly have taken a 1-point lead. Jerome Williams, or rather Jason Williams with the three ball. Jason Williams with the triple, and that was a deep three.
That was real deep.
On the break, Jason Williams underneath Grant Long laying good. And now the Grizz have come back with a little run of their own.
Let's see, it's for Memphis.
The ball goes to Davis, with the Raptors up by 1. And a toss over to Memphis. Down the floor, Grant Long counted foul.
Another big-time pass by Jason Williams coming down the wing. His big guys know, run the floor, and you'll get it back. Jason Williams coming down, perfectly placed pass for Grant Long, who protects it and then finishes. He's going to try to reach in and get a foul and tire him out.
Gasol getting pounded by Antonio Davis. Jason Williams.
Yes. See, when he gets his feet set and really takes his time to get.
Gasol again. Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Jason Williams with a tough long-distance bomb.
Yeah, Jason Williams knows it's done.
A very tough loss now for the 18-16 Toronto Raptors.
Live from Phoenix, Arizona, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Tonight, the Grizzlies start an important 3-game road trip against the Phoenix Suns. Turnover. Williams the other way. Williams got it. J. Will has has 3 points, and the Grizzlies lead by 7 on a 9-0 run, Hawk. 2 of 7 from the floor. Suns take a timeout. Grizzlies up early on. It's off of Gasol. Williams to Long. Time on the shot clock. Reed 6 behind the back. Jay Will got it.
Oh. Jay Will feeling it earlier in this game. Put a tough off-balance shot.
Williams stop and pop. Gray feeling it. Jason Williams ripping the cords. Opportunity, dribble penetration. Marbury high off the glass, rims out. Grizzlies all over the boards right now. Williams again, he's feeling it.
Was there any question of whether or not he was going to shoot that basketball?
3 from three-point land, 11 points, 2 dimes.
Oh, Jason on fire, coming out aggressive. And tell you what, I like how that sounds. Nothing but net.
You've heard that a lot.
Oh yeah, as a shooter, you love it.
Up to 40%. Ended the first quarter shooting 33. Dribble penetration by Jason Williams. That was a great job. Tries to take Sakalidis. Kicks it out. Williams up fake. Frees himself from Marbury and drills it. 18 and 18. What a way to start a 3-game road trip. The Memphis Grizzlies down the Suns 102-96. Back with more after this.
That the Grizzlies going to have to communicate on defense. Utah sets a lot of picks.
Matt Devin along with Hersey Hawkins, certainly glad to have you along. As Williams slices through the lane in the face.
And they're going to live with Malone taking those outside shots, taking the jumpers. He'll settle for those now.
Jason Williams. He's right at 50%, 13-26. Williams. Pow!
Great execution.
Well, that basic execution, the UCLA cut. Here's Jason Williams. Williams has 6 points, and the Grizzlies advantage. Post up Starks. The double comes with Stockton. Jay Will got it. Williams stutter step into the front court in a hurry. Sends it to Stroh. Time for the Stroh show. Rebounds, great block by Pau Gasol. He said that would be it for me. Williams stop and pop in transition. He said I can get 15 and 8 anytime. Tied at 54. Williams gets separation and gets the ball. Will track down the board. 5-point game with the left hand. Jay Will has 17 and the lead could not get one. Williams to Powell. Got it.
Just guys trying to do a little bit too much instead of making a simple play.
Oh, Jay Will doing it tonight. In a row for the first time this season, and they take one from Utah, ending a 3-game winning streak and a 5-game home winning streak. The Grizzlies come to Utah and take it away from the Jazz. 97-95.
Host the Memphis Grizzlies.
Watch play, and in the last game when the Lakers played them, he really took over the ball game down the stretch. He was the difference, and you just never know what to expect from Jason Williams. That's the mark on him. He's not a consistent player in that department, but as far as electricity is concerned, he can really bring it to the arena, averaging 16 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals this season. We talked about the win in the...
Gasol has it again. Jason Williams posting up against Derek Fisher. Nice give and go. Nice, beautiful play. Gasol for the dunk, give the assist. Team defensive effort throughout. And the Los Angeles Lakers win it easily here as they come home and put an end to that 2-game losing streak. The final score, once again, the Los Angeles Lakers won 20, the Memphis Grizzlies 81.
The Grizzlies aren't in Vancouver anymore. They're in Memphis. So the Mavericks venture into Tennessee for the second time this season to wrap up their 3-game road trip tonight. We're inside the Pyramid, home of the Grizz, with the 26-12 Mavericks.
Play though in the backcourt as it normally does.
Jason Williams splashes the 3 on the pull-up. He loves to do that. That's the long rebound.
That's that decision-making process again.
Blindly over the head, the basket and the foul, and Williams created it. So within a matter of seconds, you saw the bad and the very, very good.
I agree completely, and that's exactly where I was going. A nice drive here and just an outstanding pass
But the problem is it's
a game. That scoop is swatted by Paul Gasol. He kind of laid it out there for Powell. Room service on that attempt. Williams for three, and just like that, the Grizzlies knocking at the door again.
That's just a little bit later.
Shane Battier left the game in the second quarter with a strained groin muscle, but he's back on to start the third. Shots. 18 for Nash. He's had a brilliant second half. Williams, speaking of brilliant, over Buckner with the downtown bomb. Clock is going to expire.
He would not have shot it if he hadn't had to shoot it, but he did, and he made it, so you take it.
So Tim Hardaway and the Mavericks march out of Memphis winners. 27-12, Dallas's mark. This the 15th win in the last 18 games for the Mavs, and they
come to you tonight from the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee, just a couple of blocks away from the Mississippi River. Home of the Memphis Grizzlies in their first year in this great southern city. And tonight it's NBA basketball as the Orlando Magic take on the Memphis Grizzlies.
113-71. Williams answers for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And a little embarrassing for Darrell Armstrong, I am sure. Williams with the two at the other end of the floor.
And then you come back and give up.
Well, I'm sure you're looking forward, along with Don Reed, to that trip home and those rendezvous ribs.
Open on a Wednesday night, the Warriors home once again, and if you pick up a copy of Hoop magazine, you might read about Jay Will, white chocolate, the helter-skelter up and down roller coaster ride that is Jason Williams at the point guard spot as he leads the Memphis Grizzlies into town to take on the Golden State Warriors.
Williams looking for a call there that never came.
Jason Williams dropping in another three. Now Sidney Lowe's happy the three went, but there was no offensive play run at all.
Above with 3:30 to go. I like this.
A lot of up and down. Shot clock at 7. Williams again, 3 in a row.
See, that's the thing about it, and that's why I like to see that first shot challenged.
Grizz by 1 at the arena. Brian Weber back with you. Jason Williams goes by many nicknames. My favorite is the Thriller in Vanilla. You probably know by now he played high school basketball with Randy Moss, but even then, Williams could move the basketball. Check out the vintage footage. Volleyball tap for the assist. Ball fake behind the back, so quick, so elusive. And then shades of Maravich all the way around. But fellas,
and it was a fourth quarter differential for the Warriors. They win at 107-95. Stay tuned for the Bay Area Sports Report. For Jim Barnett, this is Bob Fitzgerald.
Springtime in Chicago on January 26th. Before you know it, the Snowbirds will be coming here for the winter to the United Center for NBA basketball as the Memphis Grizzlies pay a visit to the Chicago Bulls. Robinson and Long picks it off. From the outside, Jason Williams for 3. Massenberg the rebound, quickly to Williams. Memphis in transition. Jason Williams second from the field. He's got 5. Air ball saved by Massenberg. Williams with that high dribble. Now into traffic. The floater.
Beautiful fake coming down the middle. They bid it. Jason Williams going to the basket, trying to beat the clock. Now look at this fake. Fake. Everybody buys it. Off the glass. In to beat the clock. And then Charles.
Jason Williams. Tough matchup for Kevin Ollie. Williams from the outside again. Back at the United Center, Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Redkirk, Dan Rowan.
Take a look at Jason Williams in action here. He just dances back on Ron Artest. He knocks down a 3 and then drives a little fake off the glass and in. There, a little stutter move. Look at him working hard for a 3-pointer. 10 points in the first quarter this week.
Thank you, Dan.
Well, he and Pfizer have to learn to control their emotions on the court. I mean, this team is not a good team. It's a team that struggles.
Jason Williams off balance. Memphis collides with Artest. Battier comes up. Williams open in the corner for 3. That's his 3rd tray of the night. He has 50. Ball knocked around like a pinball. Miller goes flying, and here come the Grizzlies. Stop and go, Jason Williams. 17 for Williams. He had that. Gasol. Looking at the backside, wants Jason Williams and gets him on the cup. There's that again at center floor here tonight as the Bulls come from behind for a 95.
cuss me out, I cuss them out. I don't care. You can like me, don't like me. But if we win, hey, it's all that matters.
The life, it all comes down to this. Play to win every time and you're on top of the list. The life.
He talks it like he plays it. So get out of the way. Here comes Jay Will.
The life.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries. 'Cause if there's one thing that she don't need is a poor little hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? This child needs a helping hand. He'll grow to be an angry young man someday. Just take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Do we simply turn our heads and look the other way?
Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis country. The king was a star who ended up being a punchline. Kind of like Jason Williams after he got traded from Sacramento to the Grizzlies. But forgive Jay Will if he's not laughing.
I ain't gonna get in trouble around here. I'm gonna say what I want around here. I ain't scared of nobody. We suck, we suck. I mean, face the facts. We're not a good team at all.
He's the type of guy that's gonna, a lot of times, do what he wants to do, say what he wants to say, and not really care what people think about it.
We're the worst team in the league to me. I said the Hawks were worse, we're worse.
I think a lot of us wish we could be that way sometimes, but, you know, that's just who he is.
Sometimes truth hurts, you know. I mean, we won 3 in a row after that, so, hey, if that's what it takes for us to win, I'm all, whatever he needs to say, just say it.
No, man, that'll follow you around. That's going to haunt him for a long time.
It really wasn't a big deal. It's his way of challenging. You know, some guys have different ways of challenging their teammates and challenging themselves, you know, to see if they can accomplish certain things.
He doesn't always give you the answer that you want to hear. He doesn't give you the answer that he thinks you want to hear. He gives you the answer that he thinks is the truth for him. And I thought he was very refreshing.
When I said we suck, you know, I'm part of that. And we did suck at the time. And if I see that we're not playing good and we're not doing what we're capable of doing, and I need to say it again, I'll say it again. But now I think we're a better team. We've grown.
1, 2, 3, ready. Now let's go.
Trying to lose y'all.
Just in time.
Can you say hi?
Oh,
hey, no!
Earl.
Come on, Earl.
Sweet Pea?
That's Earl.
Oh, Earl?
Get in, Earl.
He's so
No,
bad.
Sweet,
Get
stay.
in the house. Come on.
Stay. They're really two totally different lives. When, you know, we come home, I don't really think about basketball. And then when I get in my car, I'm really not thinking about basketball either because I'm talking to people here at the house and see how Jackson's doing and how everything's going.
And I'm Tanika.
Yeah, this is Tanika.
No, that's okay. I introduced myself already.
This is my significant other.
The backbone.
Yeah. At Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a little over 6 months.
Yeah.
Tell him what's happening.
A little over 6 months and a little over 26 pounds.
What's happening? Yeah, he is.
Footballer, maybe. No, he's going to be a track star. He's going to run track. I was on the track team before.
Oh, no.
Come on, Sweets. Earl, out.
Oh, no,
Let's go, out.
Oh, no.
Sweetie, Earl, come on.
Y'all want something to drink? What, Coke? She's like 3 years old, and he's like a little over a year. He's gonna shake on y'all. He's wild. She just gets in when she's hot. Oh, okay. She won't ever jump in, she'll walk in. This dude here. Yeah, Earl don't care. Earl don't care. Yeah, eat.
Barrels in it.
We all get along so well around here, you know, and the dogs are just like 2 more kids running around.
Get in, Sweets. Get in. You take good time with it. You gotta kind of.
Look, you gotta get both of them.
Earl, get everything.
great. Always the best, man.
My daughter.
Say what's up. Let me see. I'm gonna put some other gear on. I'll be right back. Come on, my man. Just hanging out, you know, now with my son and everything is all my free time is kind of taken up by him, which I don't mind. You know, it's a lot of fun, and just can't wait till he gets old enough to play ball on his own.
Baby's got some wardrobe, huh?
Oh,
Man,
gosh.
does he? Can't even fit in most of it.
You didn't see his playroom? You know, because he can play so much. Life-size animals in there.
Is this the playroom?
Yeah. This compliments of C-Web. Most of this, C-Web, my man hooked it up. Jackson don't even know what C-Web did for him.
Show him how you roll. Show him how you roll. Show him your stuff.
I don't think anything can make it better. Maybe staying at home every day, all day with my son would be the only thing to make it better. But I can't do that.
Oh, no.
Show him.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't, sir. No, he didn't.
Two legs.
Gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
Just waking up every morning and seeing him wake up and smile on your face. Can't beat it.
I wanted his duck outfit.
No, we don't want no duck outfit. What can we put under it?
You can wear just a onesie.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Daddy.
Jay, you don't change the Hubie diaper?
I try to stay away from him, but, you know, sometimes I can't dodge him, can I? Oh, can I?
Like Shaq coming through the lane, huh?
Right.
Come here. Bring him here.
What's your boy's name?
Jackson.
And it's Jaxon. So it's just like Jason, but with an X.
Still a little J. Will.
Yeah, I didn't have much letters to work with. It was J or nothing. How about the diaper? Bird, how about the diaper?
It's cool.
No, it's old. Not keep them out of the bathtub together.
Yeah, he likes the bath.
I mean, a baby should only take like a couple baths, you know? A week? Oh yeah. I'm talking two baths a day, maybe.
Well, sometimes we take baths. We don't wash, do we? We just get in the water. Don't we?
He
We're
doesn't
dirty.
wash them off. They just play.
We're dirty. We're grimy.
No.
Oh, man, my life couldn't get any better. I mean, doing what I love to do, you know, being able to take care of my family, myself, and friends that I choose to take care of, and just seeing everybody around me that loves me and that I love just live the life that I think they've always wanted to.
Eat it. Get it.
Does he need shoes?
No, you don't need no shoes. Who are these people? Who are they?
Jackson! What you got on?
More J. Will. Both of them. Straight ahead.
She's cheesing for the camera.
The life.
The Life is presented to you by Sprite.
I did because she was pregnant at the time, and I didn't, you know, she was cooped up in the hotel. And plus I didn't want to come house shopping with her because we had to look at every house, even if they weren't for sale. So. Hey, Dad! See out here? Dad! Yo, Dad! Hey, Dad! Can't be far. This is the bedroom, man. Bathroom. See the baby's taking over the bathtub. Like my boots. You can go on in there. It's a little messy, but go ahead. I don't care.
You like to dress up at all, or is it pretty much?
No, just jeans and boots, man. I don't own a suit. I wore one my rookie year when we played against Utah in the playoffs to games 1 and 2. But in games 3 and 4, I wore Army fatigues.
And you won?
Yeah, we won. That's my girls. I mean, I drove it my rookie year, but I don't like to drive this too fast. I get in trouble. And these are my other two cars.
You got anything special to the truck?
I got some speakers in the back, yeah. Right there on the scooter? That's my future brother-in-law right there.
I didn't know you was serious about that. We see you on the suit.
I don't.
We was playing about
I
that.
don't?
Really?
Yeah, dog. I don't own not one. No. Hey, Nick, where'd Dad go?
I played a lot of basketball growing up, and I took him with me when I played and stuff. But he got to the point that that's all he did. It was just basketball. And when he wasn't in the gym, he was in the house dribbling, and he just bouncing that ball about drove me crazy. And I'd send him to his room, and he'd take the ball to his room and sit on the bed and just dribble, and just pretend he was doing things and throwing the ball and behind his back. And I thought he was crazy when he'd go over in the gym and just throw it behind his back off the wall just time after time after time. I thought he was a nut.
They don't think I'm crazy now.
Jason is talented, period. I mean, he's so quick. No one can stay in front of him.
He's electrifying to watch. And when you go out and watch him, you're going to see something that you have not seen before.
Opportunity to rush. Yeah, get back in 3-on-3.
He's definitely one of the most exciting players in the game. I mean, no question about it. You know, his ability to handle basketball is unreal.
I think that the organization has accepted me, and I've accepted them, and they know what I can do and what I'm capable of doing, and Sid's going to let me do that, and, you know, we have that mutual respect.
I don't want to change Jason Williams. You know, that's what makes him who he is.
The life.
Hey, that way they have some nuts, man. Step up, try to get the chalupa.
It's a steak. It was a steak.
Steak fajita.
Quesadilla, yo.
Ooh, a steak quesadilla.
Felt good, man. But we should have won by 30, though.
Oh, stick around.
You ready?
More Jason Williams is on the way. What Jason Williams does with the rock borders on the miraculous. What he does for this town is no different.
Hospital, right? Let's do it.
More important, it's real.
Yeah, he's right outside.
He's out here?
Yeah. Well, he's charming. He's caring. Some of the work that he does with St. Jude and the things that he does in the community are just unbelievable.
Let's go hang out with these kids, man. Just try to brighten their day, that's all.
I did meet you last time you were here.
Good to see you again. How you doing?
Good.
How old are you? 10. What's your name? I like your rings. How you doing, man? What's your name? How old are you? You play ball? There you go. Are those the ones that turn into tennis shoes? How are you? Oh, you're getting 2. You gotta give me a quarter for this. There you go.
That's okay. You come get educated, man.
How you doing? I don't want to interrupt you. You're learning now. I better get out of here. I might get you in trouble in school. Take care. All right? We'll see you. All right. Hey, Trey. How you doing? Huh? I'm good. You?
Yeah.
You all right? How you been? That's good. Smile. You gotta smile better than that, man. Can't you smile? Are you ticklish? Well, let me see. Right? Nowhere.
Look at Mama. I like your earrings.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like your tattoos.
Huh?
I like your tattoos.
My tattoos?
Show him yours.
Oh, I see it right here. Did that hurt? It didn't? Mine hurt a little bit. Give me a hug before we're leaving, man. Good seeing you. Take care, all right? All right.
Yeah, did he have a little tattoo or something?
No, it was a fake one, though. Yeah.
That was hilarious. That was funny.
How you doing?
That's Carter. Jason. Jason. Say hi, Jason.
How you doing?
Say hi.
He's like, what's it? Ask the camera, what you got that camera in my face for? Ask him. Tell him, get that camera out of your face. Tell him. There you go. Tell him, get out of here. Yeah. I love kids, I always have. And it's kind of tough seeing those sick kids, you know, but I mean, as long as I see them smiling. And then when I come home and see Jackson smile and stuff at me and see there's nothing wrong, I just feel, you know, I'm blessed.
The Life is presented to you by Sprite.
That's my pump rook right there. What up, Bear? My pump rook. There you go. Put that bird back in his chest.
Yeah, I'm his rookie. He got 3 more. So, you know, that's how it is. Being a rookie in the NBA.
That's my other pump rook, too. That's one of my other pump rooks. Shut up.
Jason Williams.
Well, they ain't from Spain. This ain't the Spaniard TV.
He's a great guy, but, you know, plays a lot of pranks on everybody.
I'm about tired of it. I'm tired of your stuff, J. Will. I'm taking his shirts, too.
Hey, Stan. What's missing?
Catch it. What is that? Shrimp? Man, that ain't no shrimp.
That's what he said.
That's like when you go to Ponderosa, man, and they just all you can eat.
Hey, Ponderosa got a good buffet.
Not that part.
I'm gonna try it. You want some shrimp?
No, I don't eat that crustacean.
Why?
Scavenger.
He crazy, ain't he? He capable of doing anything at any time. But, you know, he cool.
There you go.
You know,
He ain't cool. Don't be lying.
fun to be around.
Don't lie to the
One of the best teammates I had playing basketball.
I thought when I came to SAC that team got along better than any team I've ever heard of or been on or heard anybody talk about. But here it's almost the same, you know. Everybody is friends off the court, on the court. It don't matter. Everybody gets along. Hey, you want some shrimp? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't really do that before games, Jason.
You ain't playing.
It's nasty.
I ain't tasted it. I'm waiting on this.
Yeah, I'm the taste trying, you know. Yeah,
I got some corn dogs coming. That's why I'm waiting. I don't know.
What's the big joint?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Fuck out of here, man.
They good?
A little overcooked. Throw out of what?
Hey, you don't know if we're gonna get a refund on that? Hold it. I think yeah, I think you should get a refund. Why don't you double check it?
Jason's style, he doesn't go out and do any extra pre-shooting. So, no. He'll just do the final 15 minutes whenever the whole team goes out. So he'll basically be in here and kind of hang out.
All right. You lying on the life, man. Like you be getting dressed this early, man. All that faking.
I ain't lying.
All that faking over there. This is real. All that faking going on.
Going to shoot.
Going to shoot? Oh, shit.
Y'all's crazy. You know I ain't gonna shoot.
Get this on, Joe.
He ain't getting that. They're not getting it. They're not getting that.
Y'all know I ain't going out there and shooting.
This would go directly to Ripley's Believe It or Not.
They might send it to the league and I get in trouble or something.
Face the Memphis Grizzlies. Have to work hard to keep Swift off the glass. Yeah, that's going to be the real challenge. Williams is wide open from the baseline. Nice assist from Powell. playing at the top of the key pretty much in every offensive set, but that's where Burke's going to be. Look at Jason Williams. Very nice. And Gasol with the dunk. Throws up an air ball. Yeah, that must be a door open somewhere. We've had a couple of them that hit the top of the backboard, the side of the backboard, and Matt Garrity shoots the air ball. On a Tuesday night in Orlando, 82-74 is the final score. So the Magic will wrap up the preseason on Thursday night here against another Western Conference team, the Dallas Mavericks, for tonight. Victorious celebration for T-Mac and the ball club, 82-74 over the Memphis Grizzlies.
It is a new era in Grizzlies basketball. New names, new faces, and just maybe a new star. Battier from the outside. Gooden, put back, offensive board, and 2+1. They are without question the deepest, most talented team in franchise history. Ready for another year. Here's 10 on the shot clock. It's opening night from Memphis. Next. Excitement fills the cool air of Memphis, Tennessee on this Wednesday evening. It's opening night in the NBA, year 2 of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's what we've been waiting for. The Jerry West era begins. Welcome inside the Pyramid. Tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies host a high-octane offense of the Dallas Mavericks.
Grizzlies can limit Dallas to one shot, they will have a bigger lead.
Jay Will drills it. The Grizzlies
to get back on the defense. Someone has to get back and protect them.
Williams will take the three and make the three. He feels tomorrow morning. You know he's going to be soon.
You're exactly right. That will be the test, how he feels tomorrow. Will he be able to practice?
Williams gets the roll. Al Gasol, a double-double, 27 points, 10 rebounds. Drew Gooden, 16 points, 4 rebounds. The Memphis Grizzlies fall to the Dallas Mavericks, 119-108. As Roy Williams looked on.
It's a young and much improved Grizzlies from Memphis, Tennessee. 130. Gasol sets the screen. Williams the open look. He was comfortable shooting that one.
He may have to be
points, 6 boards. Jason Williams, open look for 3.
You know, he hasn't really been that aggressive on the offensive end of this game. That's just
seeing a crossover. Threw it away. Williams, what does he think? I guess he knows. I don't know about that. That was just his second shot tonight. Williams with a quick trigger. So he's hit 3 in a row. He's got 10 points.
I thought he was going to go with the left hand because when he turned with the right, he gave the ball right back to the defender, but he had the strength that time to still get it off.
Inside Williams, clever pass.
Very nice.
Jason Williams, when he plays under control, but a moment ago, Jason Williams pass on the dime right to Pau Gasol. One of the few things that Memphis has been able to point to. 109-86. second largest win by the Pistons in this series. We're not done yet. Let's go to the Fox Sports Net.
The Memphis Grizzlies return home after an embarrassing loss in Detroit. Tonight it doesn't get any easier. Welcome inside of the pyramid for this evening's matchup between the Grizzlies and the Pacific Division champion. Center right, fumbles it through the fingertips, saved by Giricek. 5 at the shot clock. Jay will break, got it. Start the season, Sacramento went 15-5 without him.
Yeah, when you're deep, you have a lot of talent. You can play through injuries. Great bounce pass by Jason Williams in transition.
Pau Gasol underneath. In the first quarter, effort, intensity, and aggressiveness all there in the first quarter. Jay Will for 3, and the Grizzlies up after 1. Blocked by Battier, gets it back, rejected by Pau. Here's Williams, alters it, comes in, driving behind the back.
Jason Williams tries to hang in the air. Shane comes up with a great defensive block. And Powell gets one, and there's the big guy right in the middle of the floor, keeping his eyes on Jason Williams.
12 of 23 after those last 2 free throws, and he's a good free throw shooter. He struggled a little bit at times. Williams going to the hole with the left hand. Dallas.
Too many times early in the season, and that's not Jason's fault. Someone has to cover for Jason when he goes to the rim and makes a layup. Another guard has to get back.
99. Disappointing night for the Memphis Grizzlies. Live from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball presented by Fox Sports Net. Tonight, a Midwest Division clash. Welcome inside the pyramid. It's a Midwest Division champion San Antonio Spurs and the winless Memphis Grizzlies. Run, here's Battier. Bowen on him. Bowen is tight on the defensive end. Williams for 3. Drilled it. Jason Williams can go. Tap from behind by Battier, and Swift will haul it in. Manu Ginobili from Argentina. Baja Blanca to the cutting Pau Gasol. Great find by Jason Williams.
Jason by Pau. And we've seen this already 4 or 5 times this season. Jason with the great bounce pass to Pau, cutting to the basket.
Of course, his father had a career in Europe playing professionally.
But very mature for a 20-year-old.
Williams responds. He has 5. Slide at the elbow, waiting Robinson. Robinson's first shot is short. Pow! From Jay Will.
Excellent communication between Jay.
Memphis Grizzlies lead by 1. A 12-4 run since the Grizzly timeout. Gasol underneath. They'll do it once again with the big flush. Taken away by Williams. To Giricek. 2-point game.
Smart play by Jason, holding the ball to the very last moment till he drew Danny Ferry to him, which made the rest of taking it to the basket.
Parker misses on the 3. Neither team performing that well from beyond the arc. Jay Will trying to change that. Taps it up to Gasol. Screen set by Powell. Williams over Parker. Got it. Jason Williams.
To win the game, Grizzlies have to get some defensive stops.
Jay Will from Powell's pass up.
And you know that's on his mind, and that he realizes he hasn't been to the free throw line.
Williams. Williams. Oh, my! Jason Williams.
Jason Williams electrified in overtime.
Overtime and overall 16-1. Jay Will with 19 on 8 of 15 shooting. A heartbreaking loss for a Memphis Grizzlies team that came out and did everything that you wanted to see them do except come away with the W against a Spurs team that rode Tim Duncan.
I want you to no one bounce. Who bounces the score?
There's one person I have admired in this league for so long. Not only as a basketball mind where he's absolutely brilliant, but more importantly, maybe the most organized guy I've ever seen in terms of being a basketball person. Hubie Brown is the consummate teacher.
And they're going to rotate out. Let's go. Come on, here he comes. That's it.
I know that this is going to be a fun time for our players because they will get better. They will get better.
Jerry West, determined to turn around the fortunes of a losing franchise, has reached out to a legendary teacher. It's been almost 16 years. Hubie Brown is back. Welcome inside of the pyramid for this evening's matchup between the 4-5 Minnesota Timberwolves and the winless Memphis Grizzlies. Up fake, back outside, 7 on the shot clock, drills it. A rebound. The Grizzlies right now 5 second chance points. Minnesota 0. Williams gets it back from Stroll.
Hubie Brown also has to get a feel for his team and what players can do and which players play best together.
Jason Williams to the hole with the left hand. Points and showing something that he hasn't shown that much this season.
Yeah, going to the basket. And what I like, going to the basket to finish rather than the pass. When you go to finish, you can loosen up that defense a little. Then his passes to Powell and Stroh will become a little easier.
Timberwolves doing a terrible job tonight on the fast break. Had several opportunities but haven't been able to cash in.
Big 3 by the Grizzlies. They needed that. Earns his first.
Jason getting into the cracks. Gierczek spots up.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, he has 11. 5 of 10 shooting. Gasol on the block. Here's Williams. Drills it. 9 points for Jason Williams.
Perfect system, and regardless of what type of player you are, you have to adapt to what they're doing.
Williams slicing through the lanes.
Players in position with a couple of practices. They did an excellent job. Lots of energy tonight.
The Memphis Grizzlies, after 2 days of two-a-days, come out tonight under the direction of Hubie Brown. Live from Chicago, Illinois, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Despite a 4-point loss to Minnesota last night, there is renewed enthusiasm in Memphis as the Grizzlies played with newfound determination. Welcome inside the United Center. It's the winless Memphis Grizzlies against the improved Chicago Bulls. No good, and snatches it away from the reach of Robinson. Williams, crossover in the lane, great drive and one. He'll go to the free throw line. Jason Williams can do that at will.
And when he gets a full head of steam coming at you, the way he can handle the basketball right-handed, left-handed, just one quick move and he's by Crawford. Crawford can do nothing but commit the foul. And Jason has an opportunity for the three-point play.
Going in the lane like a running back, clutching on to a football heading into the touchdown area.
And that's where be careful not to pick up that fourth foul.
He takes it away. Williams looking to run, driving to the hole. Explosive move by Jason.
On a 4-on-1.
Gierczek Uses a swift screen. Here's Williams curling. Circle jumper, good.
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. Hawk. Here's Garachek. Hop step. Williams thought about it. Pulls up. Good. Jay Will. Back-to-back jumpers.
He's found his rhythm. Gordon Garachek gets into the lane. We're used to seeing Jason Williams creating forever.
You're more popular than the mayor. In fact, some fans from Peoria here chanting your name. Williams! They'll be chanting his name back in Memphis after that shot. Run, and at the end of 3, it's 82-68. Jason Williams igniting the comeback with 10 points in the third quarter. That's a 3-ball. The Grizzlies 12 minutes to go. However, the Chicago Bulls responded with Jalen Rose. Rose in the fourth quarter, 5 of 6 from the floor, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and 15 of his 31 points in the fourth quarter. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they were able to cut that deficit to 4 because of the play of Jason Williams. 11 of those points earned in the second half, Hersey.
Jason Williams played with a lot of energy tonight, lots of heart, and as much energy as he exerted on both ends of the floor, only 1 turnover.
The star player of the game, Jay Will. The Grizzlies, Jay Will. Memphis falls to Chicago. NBA's new odd couple, and Wednesday night, the results were tremendous.
Jason was outstanding because he was under control. He stayed within it. He allowed us to burn clock and then made his move. And it always looks good when you do that, when the guy finishes. And he finished tonight.
Tonight, the Grizzlies try to make it 3 straight wins as they face the game's most imposing figure. Fans lined up earlier today to grab the remaining tickets for tonight's matchup between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Lakers. Everyone wants to see Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant player in the game. After missing the first 12 games of the season, Shaq is back, and the Lakers' quest for 4 straight begins now. The Pyramid is sold out for this evening's battle between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Against a very good offensive team in Seattle. Grizzlies jumped off to a big lead, and it was Jason Williams, his controlling the tempo, that held off several Seattle runs. Early in the game, he got everybody else involved in the game, penetrating, making good passes. Then in the second half, he took over. And what I like what he did was he took what Seattle gave him. They were going underneath on the pick and rolls.
He tapped up. Gasol hustling for the board. His 7th. Williams for 3. Got it.
There's the big 3 by Jason Williams. You knew it was coming. He got Kobe Bryant backpedaling.
Gooden with the rebound. Oh, what defense by Jason Williams. Grizzlies a chance to tie or take the lead. On a 3, Williams for the lead. It's a hit. 14 seconds to play.
Jason Williams with the huge 3-pointer. Great find by Pau Gasol. Drive, kick to Jason Williams for the 3-pointer. And there he is when you need it. Jason Williams comes up with 2 huge shots to give the Grizzlies the lead.
Many thought it wasn't possible. The odd couple, Hubie Brown and Jason Williams. And they have connected because they both understand this game.
Jason Williams turning into a leader. You see him evolving as the team leader. When they need big shots, he's there. And now they're putting him on Kobe as the defensive stopper late in the fourth quarter. Never thought you would see that. Good hands, swipes it away. And that leads to Powell with the great feed to Jason for the deep 3. What a shot.
Jason Williams has tremendous respect for Hubie Brown. What a spirited effort by the Memphis Grizzlies. Down early by a dozen. They fought and battled back in with that second unit. And then Gooden and Gasol and Williams led that first unit back out there and did a spectacular job. And the defense of Battier tonight outstanding once again. And Jason Williams, an unbelievable job of draping all over Kobe Bryant when it counted. But at the end of the day, Shaquille O'Neal played 43 minutes and had 33 points and 13 rebounds. And Kobe Bryant, 45 points.
On 2 of their last 3 games.
Low 0-5 is because of all the injuries. In fact, they have just 9 in uniform here on this afternoon, and we'll get to that as this game goes along. J. Will on the drive. 5 of the shot clock. Here's Jason Williams wide open. Can he get it? He can. Jason Williams 11 points and 5 assists. Jason 3-point circle as well.
Sportsnet presents Wizards basketball tonight live from the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. It was hot last night. Hit 3 3-pointers in the first half. Williams fires and makes it. Misses short. First of all, in 40 years, when you think back to Michael Jordan, 18 to 100. That'll do it for Phil Chenier and Chick.
All right, man.
Strips him. Mobley gets back. Williams behind the back. Lorenz in the right. Oh! It is a first step on the road to respectability in the NBA. Winning on your home floor. For the Memphis Grizzlies, the month of December has produced plenty of promise in 4 straight wins at home. Tonight they try to make it 5 in a row against Ray Allen and the Milwaukee Bucks. Live from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball presented by Fox Sports Net. Welcome inside the Pyramid here on this Friday evening for this matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and your Memphis Grizzlies. And Stroh climbs up and snares the board.
It sure does, because every good team in this league win the majority of their home games.
Pow! On the inside.
An excellent feed by Jason Williams. Just struggling this year.
Of course, they shipped out the big dog. The block by Miles Swift. Glenn Robinson now working in Atlanta. Powell gets it. Pau Gasol holding, now backing down on Tim Thomas, pushed along the end line. Williams triggers a 3 and drains it. That's a huge lift.
Excellent pass by.
Will hang with him because of his length. Picked up along the end line, and another opportunity in transition for Memphis. Is he feeling it? He is. Jason Williams stretches it out.
That basket was created by Pau Gasol running the floor. Sam Cassell had to pick him up, left Jason wide open for the 3.
Over the last 5 games, shooting close to 40% from downtown. Williams 2 of 2 from 3-point range. Back-to-back threes gave the Grizzlies a 6-point advantage, but after that it was all Milwaukee. Gasol, strong side board. Another opportunity for the Grizzlies to run. That's what the Grizzlies want to do. 5-point swing right there. And this is Sam Cassell. Short, Cassell. Now 4 of 14. Williams. Flash Lawrence in the right. Great feed. From the outside for 3. Oh my. Jason Williams drains it. They have a season high of 24 at Milwaukee, or rather at Miami. And how about that?
Big Milwaukee, a veteran team, has totally collapsed in the 4th quarter, lose their cool. They look frustrated.
And the Grizzlies capitalized off every opportunity that was given to them in the fourth quarter and walked away with an 11-point victory. It was tougher than that, but it was a great win for the Grizzlies.
The Memphis Grizzlies improved to 7-8 at home and 8. Inside the pyramid, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball presented by Fox Sports Net. The Clippers have lost 4 consecutive, while the Memphis Grizzlies have been on a roll at home. And you'd be wrong. Keon Dooley, 32 games, all off of the bench. Williams for 3, drills it. So much more comfortable at home shooting the 3. What's affected them the most is that they don't know how long they're going to be around and how long they're going to be playing with one another. Jason Williams on fire. Clippers continue their disastrous shooting, while Jason Williams fills it up his second 3.
Right. And I think every chance I get, I knew before the playoff, before our game, that the Grizzlies were going to be home on this particular.
You can't be that careless with the ball.
Especially when Andre Miller hasn't been able to make a bucket. You don't want him to get started off an easy dunk.
Williams, turnover. Grizzlies can hold for the last shot of the third quarter. Clock stands at 5. Williams for 3. Oh, Jason Williams between the eyes. It up. But Maggette
bobbling the ball up top, regathering himself and find him open in the corner.
Turnover. Williams, Skiricek calling for it. Jay Will goes to the rack and ties it up. That 1-0 forward. And a timeout taken by Alvin Gentry.
They don't go for the shot.
Williams comes up with it. Goes right to the rack. 17 points, 12 assists for Jay Will. 17-7 run, impressive. The Memphis Grizzlies win it 116-111. Memphis now 10-22 at home. 9-9, winners of 7 of their last 9. And on Monday night, they take on New Orleans before that lengthy road trip over a 2-week period of time, 6 games. And after leading by 32, and then the complete collapse in the third quarter. The ability to come back, that was impressive.
You all right, man?
There's Hubie. First quarter, Jason Williams, a high degree of showmanship early. Off the glass, right to his own personal self, and in. 4-0 Memphis. They had a shutout early. Williams finished with 15. Third quarter, Grizzlies up 9. Williams, all sweet dish to Lorenzen Wright. Memphis up 11. Wright finished with 17. 7, but now when you got Wesley Person, that is so pure. He had 27. Memphis wins at 103-92. Didn't get the shutout.
Live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. Since the All-Star break, the Memphis Grizzlies are 3-1 against the best the East has to offer, with victories against New Jersey, Milwaukee, and Indiana.
Tracy finds an open spot, and Jason with the playground move early in the game in the first quarter. Great offensive night, but Jason Williams defensively, one of his better performances. Harassed John Stockton all night. Chipped in with 5 defensive rebounds, was very active with his hands. One of the best teams in the league. When you do turn it over, they're off and running because they get it in the hands of Allen Iverson. He's one of the best at getting to the basket.
Jason Williams takes it to the rack. Great running. Sends it to Van Horn. Swatted away by Wesley Person.
Jason Williams created that, getting back with the help. He had the double pump, block shot. There the Grizzlies are again to try the up and under. Wesley Person gets the block shot. Grizzlies off to the races. Pau Gasol.
Person handles a long rebound on the strong side. Jason Williams over Snow. It's true. And Battier controls. Williams will take the 3 and make the 3. Grizzlies putting together a run. Cut the lead to 4.
What?
Here it is right here.
And between the eyes.
In the zone, their hands were very active, and that's what created the steal for them.
Oh, feeling it. Jason
Lefty in the paint.
He is not big, but he is steady.
Jason Williams, his third three of the night.
You like to shoot 57% on layups, let alone three-point shots.
Jason Williams once again back-to-back.
Good. The offensive productivity both teams have been putting up.
Gasol. 3-point game
At the end of the game with Lorenzen right than anything else in the Memphis Grizzlies.
in the Grizzlies' last home game. Welcome inside the Pyramid tonight. It's the Portland Trailblazers and the Memphis Grizzlies.
They have.
You coming into a game playing against Portland, you can't be intimidated by their athleticism.
Dribble drive. Jason Williams lays it up and through.
An excellent decision by Jason Williams in transition rather than set. Sabonis rolling to the basket for the hard throwdown.
That's like a midnight train to Vilnius.
For three, Jay Will.
Memphis talk. He's played 38 minutes.
Maybe he wore down. Maybe he had nothing left for Mo Cheeks. But you do have to worry about that after the game he's had.
Jay Will coming alive deep into the fourth quarter. 5-point advantage.
Lead in the two there, and Memphis back up by 5, tying their largest lead of the second half. 3:09 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jason Williams, 15 points and 12 assists.
After Portland grabbed a quick lead, Jason Williams right back at him, takes it back away.
Grizzlies improved to a franchise best 28-51.
The Pistons have come to the Pyramid to do a little Grizzly hunting here on Fox Sports Net.
Again, right. Williams a pound and a three. That's right in front of Memphis, where our final score is in double overtime. The Pistons now 8-0 in OT.
Here inside the Compact Center, it's the Memphis Grizzlies and the Houston Rockets.
And Jason Williams speeding ahead, lays it up and through. Great smarts by Jay Will.
Grizzlies catching the Rockets.
The Battier slam dunk. Right now at Subway, buy any foot-long fresh value meal and get a 32-ounce Grizzlies collectible Big Sipper for just $1.99. Collect all three. Shane Battier, Jason Williams, and Lorenzen Wright.
Gasol with another rebound. He has 5. Here's Williams for 3. Got it. Jay Will. 15-point game. 7 assists. Jason Williams this time said, you know what? I'm going to get 3 for me. Grizzlies needed it. Has a special bond with Hubie Brown and a lot of respect. Jay Will got another.
Steve Francis playing off Jason Williams. Big for a point guard.
Gasol. Williams tracks it down. Mile high and throwing it down. Of his second personal foul.
Jay Will just throws it up. That
was a terrific first half out of Jason Williams, and quite honestly, I'm surprised that he played as many minutes with his feet bothering him the way it is, but you couldn't tell. Quickness, he was up and down the floor in transition. Of course, you back off him in transition.
So I thought it was good, rather.
3-on-1, Wesley. Person. 10-point kick out. Gets it back. 3. Got it. Here come the Grizz. Stroh is still dealing with whiplash.
Used to seeing Jason swinging the basketball to.
And the Grizzlies will try to go out on a winning note. Jason Williams was sensational tonight, despite the fact that he had some ailing feet. Our final broadcast of the season on Fox Sports Net. We like to thank all those folks at Fox Sports South. For Hersey Hawkins, I'm Matt Devlin. So long, everyone. Houston wins. Final game, Compact Center.
Live from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball. It's Fan Appreciation Night here in Memphis. Game number 82 of the season for the Grizzlies. Welcome inside a packed pyramid as the Memphis Grizzlies get set to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Chip this year has been phenomenal. A lot of responsibility on Jason Williams to go out every night and run a very young team to get everyone in their spots and still be able to execute and play and do the things that he's supposed to do on the floor. So a terrific job out of him as well as the rest of the team.
Down with it, but Gasol this season, 24% against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I really shouldn't say against Minnesota, against Kevin Garnett specifically. Jason grips the cords.
That's a view coming into the next season, and I hate to see what he's going to add this summer.
He's hoping it's going to be a long summer.
I'd like to say thank y'all for all your support this season, showing up every night for us, and we always knew that even though we might be down, we always knew we had a sixth man to help us come back. And I tell people, no matter what our record is, we still get the biggest crowd, the best crowds in the league. So thanks for everything, and continue supporting us.
I was awful long, Brevin, awful good and everything. I was going to keep it short and sweet, you know. Thanks for your support. Appreciate it. We all appreciate it, and hopefully you can support us next year, too. Thanks.
The Warriors against Chicago, 13 points, 8 rebounds in 20 minutes of work. Jason Williams for 3. Got another one, and that into the front court. Gasol has 8 rebounds. Jason for 3 has 9 points. 3-point. Shot clock now under 10. Trailing by 6. 5. Jason, good. Williams.
Hudson gave him a little room. Jason, a couple of dribble moves, hesitation, crossover.
Hudson just does Wolves for the first time ever. They get home court advantage. Their franchise best record of 51-31 for the Memphis Grizzlies. Certainly a promising future as Flip Saunders comes over to Hubie Brown and share a couple of words. 28-54 franchise record. And Kevin Garnett talking to Pau Gasol, possibly some words of encouragement about next season and what that may entail for Pau.
And I'm quite sure it meant a lot to Pau for Kevin Garnett to come up to him and say something. Kevin Garnett respects his game after last season because he knows he's had to raise his level of play when he's played against Pau. That was a steal. I don't know how Jerry West pulled it off.
Say it one more time really loud.
Jason Williams.
Getting Wesley in here totally changed the complexion of the team.
What's up, little man?
Jason Williams.
Nervous? Wow.
Listening to him.
Don't worry about it. What's your name?
While he's signing?
You know, it's one of the things that just people don't get an opportunity to.
Oh, my. Jason Williams, we'll see you on Plays of the Week.
Jason Williams driving off glass. Spectacular move by Jason Williams.
Magic from Jason Williams.
Hey, what's up? This is Jason Williams of the Memphis Grizzlies. You want to learn how to dribble like this?
They call me the Seeker. Williams.
What a dribble move.
I've been searching low and high.
Well, first you got to learn the basics. First, you want to use your fingertips, not your palms, so you have more control. These, not these. Also, you'd like to keep the ball close to the ground so nobody can steal it.
Jason pulls up on the wing, backs out with a dribble, goes between the legs 3 times in the air. Jason Williams putting on a show.
And finally, you want to keep your head up so you can find your teammates with passes like this.
Here's Williams. He has long behind the back. Pow!
So once you know all that, you can start doing things like this.
It's your thing. Do what you
Now that's dribbling with me, Jason Williams.
The Palau de St. Jordi in Barcelona, Spain. Coming up next, it's the Memphis Grizzlies versus FC Barcelona. It's game time right here on NBA TV.
I ara, el 5 inicial dels Grizzlies, Como lanza ang número 2, Jason Williams.
Ilivsky gets by Williams. Williams picks his pocket. Here's Miller and a chance to run for the Grizzlies.
How about that give back?
A little bit of sense and feel of Pau Gasol in his native land and how they see him. So do not be shocked when Raph and I just sit back. Down by Bodiroga. Gasol with a rebound and a chance to run for the Grizzlies. Williams deep three to tie.
How about that? Got to respect them. Now the blow by.
Battier gives it up. Williams
1-4.
4 on the shot clock.
Pretty.
Stroh.
Well, Williams was swift, and Strohmeyer was a little bit above the rim. Mitch never got the legs going. And here's that pretty play as the clock is expiring. Williams into the lane, then the find. Same, huh? How pretty is that? He's got eyes for the Gasols and their buddies, both on Barcelona and Memphis. A little relaxing evening. That's a nice touch, isn't it?
Now and his younger brother, Mark. And Hubie Brown having a conversation with the head coach of FC Barcelona.
For a final time, welcome inside the Pyramid here in Memphis, Tennessee. A new arena going up in this city, but for one more game, the Celtics and the Grizzlies will go at it.
Jason Williams can really make things happen. You got to really contain him a little bit, angle him off, but even when you do, he will find open people. He is the key guy. He's the runner. He's the man that makes things happen. He looks for people out in front of him, over the top, bounce passes. He's got the whole repertoire.
Rafe with those hustle 2 points over the top to Gasol.
Now, this is a nice play by Williams as Gasol is on the weak side, and they anticipate him coming to the ball, and they play.
To the Celtics advantage. It was stuck on 9. Nice pass and swift. Walter McCarty defensively up there on Miller. Williams carries a 3. 8:32.
Now Pierce is doing this all off the up quick before the defense totally organized against them.
Wow, deep 3 and buried by Jason Williams. Doesn't get the whistle. Rebound.
You gotta
off
call
by Swift.
on that.
Williams on the break. He's got Posey. Goes the other way to Miller for 2. Up. Walter can't ram it home. It's picked off by Williams. Bounce pass to Swift, and he's got 2 and a foul.
Good effort at both ends of the floor, but here comes the Grizzlies right back and
kicks it to the corner to Posey. Posey trying to take it strong to the hoop, goes back outside Williams, and he knocks down a 3. Final score here tonight.
Tonight from Memphis, Tim Duncan brings 2 NBA titles to town, along with 2 NBA Final MVPs, and of course, he's won back-to-back regular season MVPs.
To be focusing a lot more on his release, on his finish.
They should be able to take advantage of Jason Hart. Spurs have scored in 5 of their last 6 trips down. Williams for 3, all net, burning the cords.
Big shot is getting 2 free. Coming across the screen on those picks. I'm going to put a body on him. Pow! Hart has continued to be able to get into the lane. You have to make Hart make a jump shot.
Jason Williams makes a jump shot. Jay Will, 3 of 5, 7 for 1 play. The Grizzlies had a lead early by 2. San Antonio led by as many as 11 in the first half, and with 1.7 seconds.
I'm still trying to find someone in the league that shoots the ball and gets off their feet as quick as Jason Williams does off the dribble.
Looks pretty. Taken away by Ginobili. Ginobili unable to finish. He led the NBA Finals with over 2 steals a game, and Stroh break it ahead. Here's Posey, thought about the 3. Jason, baseline J. All net. Will do it tonight. The Memphis Grizzlies are 2-1 as they defeat the San Antonio Spurs. 88-80. Nice win by the Grizzlies in a game that really didn't have much offensive flow.
Rock and roll, Jason Williams to Pau Gasol. He had 22 points and 11 rebounds. Williams added 10 points, 8 assists, and 5 steals. They beat Shaq there. They'll beat Kobe here, who gets an F for effort. Shane Battier's face, Kobe, and now Battier in Kobe's face. And the foul, 4-point play, 105-95, Mr. Clutch's club.
The TD Waterhouse Center tonight, NBA basketball on Sunshine Network as the Orlando Magic take on the young and talented Memphis Grizzlies. A field goal, 0 for 4 as a team. While Memphis is 3 out of 3.
No help right there. That's the problem right there.
But lost it. Sacramento out to Battier. Williams will shoot a long 3. Memphis built a 5-point lead.
Offensive is that fake that he needed the last time. Boy, still did not go, but good look.
Boy, look at the way Williams handled the ball. You might argue that he carried it a time or two, but
is that you know he can pull up and shoot that jump shot. That's that one right there. I mean, that's what scares you. I mean, he doesn't.
5 minutes to go in the game. A 1-point lead for Memphis. Williams will fire for 3. He got it. And the lead is 4. Lou misses a wide open 3. Williams hits a contested 3. And that's the difference right now. The Magic could have had the lead, but instead it's the Grizzlies up by 4. 3-point field goals tonight. This is a tough one. Lou challenging Jason Williams, nothing but net. But that is what has happened tonight at the TD Waterhouse Center. Doc Rivers Magic fall to the Grizzlies by 10, 107-97. A close game halfway through the 4th quarter turns into a double-digit victory for Hubie Brown.
A real love there between those two guys. Doc played for Hubie.
The Memphis Grizzlies are 4-4, matching their best start in franchise history with a win tonight against the always dangerous Dallas Mavericks. And this Grizzlies team would own the best record after 9 games in franchise history.
It's a little low. He'll definitely end up the season around 90%.
Jason driving, leaning, getting it.
Good dribble penetration by Jason.
Shot blocked by Powell. Chance for the Grizzlies here. Getting back Dallas. Jason Williams pulls up, shot, drains it. Memphis back out on top by 1.
Then start the fast break with the outlet pass. Jason, nice patience. Steve Nash is playing with him. Jason takes the jumper.
Has 4 points.
Howard played good position D.
Curling, Posey gives it back. Williams, deep 3. Got it. Drains the 3.
Good execution. Nice pass by
Boston wanted to play in the future. They just felt they just needed to make a change. Jason Williams knocks it down. Huge 3. Taken away by Miller. Here's Sakalitis, gives it to JP. J. Will driving, looking for Powell. Nice feeds. Kind of what you're talking about there as Bradley came out to just 37%. Battier takes it away. Running the floor, Powell.
Good job. See Steve Nash, he gets in the paint, but that was good hands by Pau Gasol to come over at the last minute to strip it away. And Jason with the quick pass to Powell for the dunk.
So Nash at the free throw line in the 3rd quarter. Posey finds Williams. Williams will take the 3, and the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Excellent skip pass by
the
Huge shot by Jason Williams.
Big shot. Dallas tried to go in the zone, and the Grizzlies burned them. Jason, but we've seen that time and time again. Jason stepping up.
That was a tricky one.
If you can pick it up, you pick it up.
Williams for three. Rolls in. J-Will. They're loving it in Memphis. A 16-5 run, and the Grizzlies a 7-point advantage over the Mavericks. How huge is that shot? The pick, and then he comes back dead on. The Grizzlies on top by 7. Jason Williams was 3 of 5 from downtown against Orlando tonight. 4 of 8 in the nerve to do this. He has it. Nahara hedged, and Williams gets the roll.
And all he needs is an inch, and Steve Nash forced Dallas to take a 2. They'll give up the 2-pointer. You don't want to give up 3.
Nash has it picked away by Jason Williams. Jay will go into the hole with the finger roll. It feels good for Memphis. And the Memphis Grizzlies, with Posey running out the clock, come away with a huge victory here tonight. The Grizzlies in overtime down the Dallas Mavericks 108-101. And for the first time, the Grizzlies here in Memphis have defeated the Dallas Mavericks. And how about Jason Williams on the defensive end?
Jason sealing the win, coming up with the steal on Steve Nash. Quick hands. Jason's defense has gotten so much better the past couple of years, or under Hubie Brown. And this was big-time win.
We'll talk about it when we return. Lot to talk about, Hawk. Great W for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies and Sonics in Seattle. Jason Williams pulls up long 3. Sonics. Memphis went on top, and look at that. Williams again milking the clock, hitting the long 3 to break the tie, and look at this.
He had 20 and 12 when all was said and done. Jason Williams driving. This is pretty. Watch this. He's dribbling right-handed, floats it up with the left hand. Win it 102-98, so they...
Bibby came with a double. Back outside, Williams rips the course.
You see Bibby, he's not really double teaming. He comes down trying to get the steal when Powell turned his back. But Powell Gasol, he can't bite on Brad Miller's jump shot at the top of the key.
How about biting on that? Jason Williams drills it. Over their first of the quarter. Lorenzen on the feed from Jason.
Good pass by Jason. That also allows the Grizzlies to get another offensive possession with a quick shot.
Loose ball. Divac doesn't go. Quickly ahead. Williams. And Memphis regains the lead by 1. With 13 points. And you see that assist-to-turnover ratio. And he's also knocking them down.
It's always big to knock down a couple of shots early when you're coming back to a place that traded you away. And Jason is very popular here in Sacramento. And he's coming out with one of his better games in this building.
From a year ago. And a stretch of 13 of their first 16 against playoff teams from a year ago. And tonight it certainly didn't work out the way that they envisioned after a fine first half. The second half, Sacramento cranked it up. And they come away with a big win, 109-89. And Jason Williams and Chris Webber, great friends. And the Grizzlies fall tonight to under 500 on the season, 6-7. Rodney Buford, of course, a former Memphis Grizzly. And the Kings improve to 8-0 here at Arco Arena.
All lights shine brightly on downtown Cleveland. It's a Saturday night of NBA hoops as we swing you inside Gund Arena and welcome you on the Cavaliers television network. Cavaliers in desperation mode. Yeah, they need one tonight as they'll welcome in Hubie Brown and the Memphis Grizzlies.
It would not go down for Newble as he got point-blank range. Look at the wraparound from Jason Williams going into his offensive bag of tricks. A long, long time ago, and they let the Grizzlies hang around, and the Cavaliers have lost 6 in a row. A 122 to 115 double overtime Memphis win over the Cavaliers, who outscored Hubie Brown's ball club, outscored the Cavaliers 60 to 35 in the last 22 minutes of the
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful edition of Inside Stuff. Hubie Brown is an old-school coach. He's experienced, hard-nosed, and disciplined. Jason Williams, on the other hand, is a flashy young point guard who earned a reputation for style over substance. So what do you think happened when these two met with the Memphis Grizzlies? Well, they found they actually have a lot in common.
He's 28 and I'm 70. All right, so for openers, you know, we have a little gap.
I didn't know how he and I were going to get along at first.
I never judge players until you coach them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This guy is going to be a terrific coach if he ever wants to be a coach. He makes outstanding offers of options of things that we are doing.
on the inbound. Strohmeyer.
I just knew that he was real knowledgeable about the game, and he comes in and with like a fresh, clean slate, and I just come out and play hard and try to do what he asked me to do, and everything else take care of itself.
Jason all the way to the bucket.
When Jason's having a good night, we can play with all the teams in the slate because that unites the rest of the players so that now we play better at both ends of the floor.
He wants you to get out and run up and down the court and shoot threes, and a lot of people probably would think the opposite about him. He wants you to slow down and try to get the ball down low and then shoot the 3 second. But he's a player's coach. He lets you play your game and go out and have fun.
wrap-around pass inside the Powell. What a beautiful thing.
Everyone's talking about his assist-to-turnover ratio, but he didn't get the credit last year for keeping a young team together. Very few people talked about last year he led the league in the last 3 minutes of games in shooting a high percentage of threes. He was first. He makes outstanding contributions under pressure.
Jay Will, a flat 1-4. It's Jay Will for a 3, up and in, Jason Williams.
He's all about winning, and I think that I'm all about winning too, and I'm trying to do whatever I can to help my team win.
He is so far and above what the average NBA fan thinks. Now, I've never said that to him, but I'm telling you, he's going to write an X and O book someday.
Well, if I ever write this book, it's going to be 4 chapters.
Tonight from Memphis, Tennessee, the Big Easy comes to Soulsville. It's the 34-24 Memphis Grizzlies hosting the 32-26 New Orleans Hornets.
Gasol handles the board. Actually, I have worn a mask when I was poked in the eye once. I had to wear it for 2 games, and it was very uncomfortable.
Williams all the way to the rack. Did an excellent job last night against Jim Clark and Scott Foster. How about a travel over there? Curling. This is Jason, wide open look. A feathery touch. To a hot start. 5 points. Finds Powell. 14 points in the paint now for the Memphis Grizzlies. Tapped up. Monty Wells. Here's Jason pushing it one more time. He'll stop and pop for 3. Ripping the cords. Williams with the big 3. Running in transition. Checks on the right hand of Jason Williams. Williams has been on target tonight, 6 of 8.
And you better check on that right hand of Jason Williams. He's been shooting the basketball tonight. Doing a terrific job. 6 of 8 from the field, chipping in with 7 assists and only 1 turnover on a back-to-back excellent night by Jason.
Take a look at the point guard comparison. You have an all-star on the left, 2-time all-star. In fact, Baron Davis, you see the numbers last night. Davis had 18 points, 4 assists, and he shot 6 of 15. He's a high-volume shooter. Jason Williams, different things are asked of him, and he has played splendid tonight. 50
bounds. That's 2 huge plays Shane has made here in the last 5 minutes.
Jason, pick and roll. Pow!
Terrific pass by Jason Williams. Great execution on a pick and roll.
Powell set the pick. There's the roll. 5-0 run. Jason is going to try to run the timeout, and he will. When the Memphis Grizzlies finish February on a positive note as they down the New Orleans Hornets. They pick up the season series split 97-92. The Grizzlies over the Hornets. Memphis improves to 35-24.
Well, following a difficult stretch of road games, the Blazers are back home in the Rose Garden where they play 5 of their next 6 and need to continue this playoff push. Memphis playing extremely well and breaking franchise records right and left against Memphis this year, as you see their record on the season.
They're coming with the big lineup, and they come right away to Gasol. He kind of lulled everybody to sleep last.
Posey again inside, back to Williams. Williams, the quick release over Damon. Williams, the quick pull on the 3 is good. Open. Anderson. Posey nearly poked it away and now does. Williams in the open floor lays it in. So the Grizzlies, as the ball ends in the hands of Bonzi Wells, and he makes sure that it does and holds it up high as he was loving this here tonight. Comes back home and gets the victory as Wells. 28 points to lead the way for Memphis as they get the victory tonight over the Blazers, 97.
They are the biggest thing in Memphis since Elvis. In this, their breakthrough season, the Grizzlies have the look of a team to be reckoned with. The confidence shows in their faces, and it shows in the way they play the game. The young Warriors have put on a show the last few games, but they can't seem to get over the top in the close ones. And every game between Golden State and Memphis seems to be a nail-biter.
A spectacular Sunday around the Bay Area and the beautiful skyline of the city by the bay. The Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies have played an incredibly entertaining season series. Tonight, the 4th and final meeting in every one of these games has been a wire job.
Bonzi Wells, Gasol, Jason Williams, Battier, and Jake Sakalidis for Memphis. Williams dropping in the jumper.
He recognized that Peaches for the first time tonight went behind.
Rattling it out. Warriors shooting only 35%. Memphis right at 35% as well. With Gasol running the floor, and look at Williams find him. That defensive setup, minute 48 left in the first, and the tempo to this game is back and forth.
73 as an assistant under Larry Costello.
Dampier had the post. Robinson threw it over his head, and Williams lasers a 3. So 5 quick out of that timeout. Beating Dampier, another steal. 3 straight turnovers now. And 4 straight buckets, and the Warriors have to use the timeout. Got it.
And try to challenge the shot.
Richardson in on Bonzi and the steal. And now here's Memphis on the counterattack. Williams will show and go. Over 15,000. Davis is going to take time because Peters has blood.
Let's take a look at Jay Williams. Faking the behind the back pass and absolutely freezing Clifford Robinson. And nothing to be embarrassed about. What a beautiful basketball play.
Is that in the mold of one of your teammates, Pete Maravich?
I was going to say they look like Pistol Pete.
Robinson with Gasol really challenging that an air ball. Williams headed the other way. Jay Will starting to feel it. Tying things at 62. Williams has a dozen now of 14 kills. Dunleavy splitting the free throws. Williams setting up Battier for the baseline.
All set up by Williams.
Battier hit the shot right before halftime, and Memphis got a little momentum going into the break, and they've been the better team here in the third. Williams again.
He can get a shot anytime he wants.
It's a 21-4 run. As does Sakalidis, as does Posey for Memphis. Williams has just come alive here in the third. Williams a three. Jason Williams has taken the game over. He got 13 points in the third quarter. Memphis on a 26-6 run. Jason Williams has taken the game over at the point guard spot.
Didn't shoot the ball well in the first half, and all of a sudden it starts going for him, and he is an adrenaline player. I mean, even fading to the left, little Kentucky windage, this is the move of the night. Coming down, faking the behind the back.
Jason Williams, the Dodge player of the game, had 13 of his 17 during that just crushing. And the Warriors now, when you look at the struggles offensively and you see Sacramento, Utah, San Antonio, and the Hornets all ahead on the road. Very, very difficult at this juncture of the season. The Grizzlies now 39 wins, 39-24, and the Warriors dropped to 25-36. We'll come back with a final thought.
Handled San Antonio 94-88, turning them over 26 times. San Antonio was at home against the Clippers and just tore apart Clippers more than Maggette and more than Brand, which is a little bit surprising, Hawk.
It is surprising because you would think those two players, they average over 20, Maggette and Brand, to have the more shot attempts.
Slippery move by J. Will as line.
Jason off the pick and roll came in, has no idea what to do.
To accomplish what his dad did, which is reach the NBA. Says a lot about Mike Jr. as Williams. Memphis Grizzlies will win number 41. 41. It's what Hubie Brown has been talking about since training camp. What does it mean? It guarantees his franchise their first ever 500 record in the history of the organization. And you know what? They want more. They're not satisfied. Hubie Brown is not satisfied. And in my estimation, the leading candidate for Coach of the Year. And you look at what he has done with this franchise. The Grizzlies are 41-24. They've won 7 in a row, 9 of their last 10 at home. They'll have to operate in a hurry. Kick out Bonzi for 3. Got him. Big bucket by Bonzi. It was their first goal for this improbable season. Win 41 games and rid the franchise of the image of a loser.
This is our first goal. First goal was to get to 41. Now our second goal is to solidify a playoff spot. Magic number moves down to 10. That's our next goal. Can't think of anything beyond that.
Tonight, Memphis tries to take the next step toward goal number 2. Grizzlies in Houston next. Now the goal of 41 is behind the Grizzlies. The NBA season doesn't allow you to look back. Memphis moves on to Houston.
The outside, he can take it to the hoop.
Jason Williams fires. The 3 goes for J. Will. Jason Williams connects. J. Will, 5 points, 2 of 3 shooting.
Grinding, holding him. Powell's going to have to just fight through it.
He did last night, and he flourished. Williams, once again. Here's Griffin. Jumper doesn't go. Pau Gasol taps it out, and Sakalidis reels it in. Williams quickly into the front court, ahead to Posey. And that's exactly what the Grizzlies want as JP finishes. And he'll head to the line of the foul line of Mark Jackson.
Terrific pass by Jason. 3/4 court bounce pass to Posey running the floor. Mark Jackson a little.
Williams, baseline, Gleaner, good. Jason Williams at bench.
I don't think it's difficult at all for the Grizzlies. If they would have come in here and won this game tonight, I think they would have thought, okay, we stole one.
With a win tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies will guarantee themselves their first ever winning season. It's a 41-25 Memphis Grizzlies against the 28-39 Philadelphia 76ers.
Great defense by James Posey on Iverson in transition.
Kick out. Here's J. Will for three. Fired up.
Wide open, good ball movement.
9 times this year.
That's having a problem offensively with Allen Iverson on your team. Still can't get it done.
Gasol. So Pau Gasol.
J. Will and Powell.
Posey. Here's Williams. DC trying to get back. Williams to Bo Outlaw. That's sweet.
J. Will with the behind the back pass.
Foul at the other end. Jason Williams always aware of where everybody is on the floor. If they bring in somebody or if he goes somewhere else, it's a 10-point game.
Exactly. Will he be willing to sacrifice if the team wins?
Grizzlies needed that. It's a 7-point game. By 11 at half, trail by 7.
Big Jake comes over, sets the pick.
No. And Bo Outlaw right there. Jason going for 3. Got it. Another big 3 by Williams here. And Bo Outlaw's been everywhere tonight when he's been on the floor.
Making an impact. Bo coming from the backside.
Short ball. And Williams gets the friendly bounce. 2 old school coaches having a quick word. And his team has now guaranteed themselves of a winning season. Since February 1st, no teams have played better basketball than the Indiana Pacers and the Memphis Grizzlies. Tonight on March 20th, they meet here at the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. Inside the Pyramid, the Memphis Grizzlies currently reside in the 6th spot in the Western Conference. Actor with the shot clock down, but as you mentioned, it hasn't been down at all. I mean, it's been down like unplugged, but not down as far as ticks.
The clock up top start to work.
That's perfect.
Sounds right. Yeah.
I have wiring like that in my house.
Jason Williams. O'Neal denied by Pau Gasol. Great help in recovery. Williams to the hole. Got it. Pau knocks it off of the boards. And here's Jason with the numbers. 2-point game. And Hubie Brown telling him to keep going court. Overall, they're just 3 of 18 in that loss against Sacramento. Jason Williams out and running with the no-look to Bo. He was in the act. It was scene 1, but he was in the act. Jason Williams from downtown. Williams is a perfect 4 of 4 from the...
Jason coming off the down screen. Powell sets the little brush for him.
By Gasol, and the Memphis Grizzlies come away with a 4-point victory over the Indiana Pacers, who coming into tonight own the best record in the NBA, 50-18, had won 5 of their last 6 games on the road with the best record in the NBA on the road, 24-11. The Grizzlies improved to 27-9 at home. 43-26 overall.
In 15 minutes, Hubie's boys already in the playoffs. Clinched their first ever playoff spot. Jason Williams behind the back. Nice to James Posey lay in and the foul. Third quarter, pick it up. Atlanta down 2. Chris Crawford for 3. Put the Hawks up 1. We're moving on. Stay with us, folks. Fourth quarter now. Hawks trying to ice the game. Crawford misses, gets his own rebound, and slams it home. What a shot. 22 for Crawford. Late in the fourth, Grizzlies down 3, looking to tie. Jason Williams does just that. Final seconds now. Regulation time, tied at 107. Bob Sura behind the back for the win. Didn't get a great look and didn't get it to go. We go to overtime. Might I say the first overtime. Grizz down 2. Williams behind the back to Jake Sakalidis for the jam. Next Hawks possession. Jason Collier for 3. Hawks in control, right? Up to 2.1 seconds left. Travis Hansen misses the first of 2 freebies. He made the other. Last chance to tie.
Posey. Can you believe it? James Posey, I believe.
Posey without the jam posse here in the second overtime. Jason Williams got it. Grizzlies up 2. Last chance. How many times have we said that? For the Hawks. Sura no good. Out to Steven Jackson. No. Grizz win in double overtime. Posey a career high 30.
Our quadruple header lands us in the Alamo City, the SBC Center, the place where the San Antonio Spurs kick off their defense of their NBA title.
Rebound comes off to Gasol. And here comes Williams on the move all the way with a finger roll. Got it.
He got game.
The team picked up the slack when he wasn't in there.
Well, everybody said it was doom and gloom for him when Tim Duncan went down with that bad knee. But everybody just responded.
Well, Jason Williams has spent more time on the floor than he has on his feet. But he's got working against Bowen. Bowen goes down. The pass goes out, and Williams goes up for 3. Jason Williams.
First game in the playoffs.
7 of his 12 have come in this quarter. Jason Williams 3, and he got it. His second 3 of the third.
I know Jason Williams steps up and knocks out.
They hollered tonight. It was no fiesta for the Grizzlies in San Antonio, but it was for the Spurs and their fans. They win it going away. 98-74 is the final score. The Grizzlies shot a season low 35%.
Fans in San Antonio making their way to the SBC Center. Last year they saw a world champion crowned, and this year game 2 of the first round of the NBA playoffs. Here at the SBC Center, a capacity crowd on hand as the San Antonio Spurs host the Memphis Grizzlies. Spurs lead this first round best of 7.
From outside, and Gasol gets the rebound, and there they go pushing it up. A 5-on-3 break, and Posey with the drive, and that's
whichever big man is back first has to cover the basket area. A little miscommunication there by the Grizzlies big man.
And a good shot by Jason Williams banking it in his first. Narrow the gap. They were down by 15, as we said, at halftime in game number 1. Memphis trying to challenge in the second half. Pretty play by Jason Williams driving in. So Williams and Miller, the 2 guards who hadn't shot well, have points, and a timeout called quickly by Grant.
Jason Williams does just that, coming off the screen from Gasol, penetrating into the lane, and then the nice finish up and over Rasho Nesterovic.
The San Antonio Spurs challenged in the third quarter, and it was Robert Horry who really broke the back of the Grizzlies, hitting 2 important threes, and the game is over, and the Spurs win it by a score of 87-70, and so one of the leading scoring teams in the NBA, the Grizzlies, averaged 72 points in the first 2 games of the playoffs. That's how great the San Antonio defense is.
Old Pyramid, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, celebrating their very first NBA playoff game. And the commissioner is here, David Stern.
Wins, the first appearance in the playoffs for this extraordinary Memphis Grizzlies franchise. Ever the teacher, ever the coach. It's my great pleasure, and certainly at least once every 26 years, to be here to present a trophy in the name of Red Auerbach, a coach for the ages. And I hope Red is watching tonight, because he would be very proud to know that Hubie Brown is the winner of the Red Auerbach Trophy for Coach of the Year.
Three early in rebounding in this game, and they have a 2-point lead as Jason Williams, the ex-Sacramento King, finds room on the baseline.
Well, that's a positive sign as well. 6 for 21 in the 2 games.
Jason Williams, who played at Florida at the beginning at Marshall.
It's just amazing. You can ball.
Barcelona. Jason Williams for 2.
Jason, there's no place like home. What a difference a couple of days make. First of all, you guys are much more effective in this game, shooting the ball and attacking it as well.
That's all we want, is to come out and try to push the ball and get easy opportunities on the break and just try to keep shooting our threes. They're going to fall eventually.
Well, you know the Spurs are going to make a serious run at you guys in the second half. How do you guys sustain this effort for the next 24 minutes?
I think we just got to keep taking care of the ball. We only got 6 turnovers and just try to limit them to 1 shot and get out on the break and get easy looks.
All right, good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Kevin?
Porter. 1 turnover, 14 fouls. Spurs have started 6-0 in this third. Williams drives, and that's exactly what Memphis has got to do.
What a tough shot you got. What's this move by Jason Williams? He said he grew up in...
Williams for 3.
Now that was better. Now that one you're squared up on, the ball goes inside, you're in rhythm.
Milwaukee, coverage beginning at 12:30 Eastern Time.
3 turnovers on their last 4 possessions. Parker defending against Jason Williams, and Williams firing the 3 and hitting. So Jason Williams.
No, we don't have to win 4 straight, guys. We just have to win 1 in a row 4 times.
Oh, okay. Well, one way to start that way is to have Jason Williams start hitting 3 with 8.
Well, let's take a look at what happens after this play. You'll see Jason Williams knock down the 3, and then take a look with a terrific individual defender night after night.
1 free throw by Turkoglu on the foul by Miller. And you're right, that's why how are we going to stop Parker? Parker may have too much speed for his team. 3-point basket by Jason Williams as he lines up on the floor. So it was off the shirt of Tony Parker.
Let's take a look at Jason Williams trying to get his team going. Gasol
could have gone to Louisville. They went to Memphis. It's working out well. They have a new arena next year, the FedEx Forum. Jason Williams beating Pau Gasol, stuffs it through, and they go from 28 wins last year, the most. 110-95. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, they end the season on the downer after a great January, February, and March. Memphis will lose its 8th in a row, dating back to the regular season, and the San Antonio Spurs have extended their winning streak to 15 games. Last time they lost a game was March 23rd at Minnesota, and there they are, great respect for one another, Hubie Brown and Greg Popovich. And so we have 3 sweeps. Great respect among the two. Parker with 29 and 13 assists. Tim Duncan had 26. Robert Horry had 14 tonight. He had a brilliant series, just getting started, I would assume. 4 for 5 from threes. Pau Gasol had 22, Posey 20 for Memphis. So the final game ever at the Pyramid, and the FedEx Forum will be the new playpen for the Memphis Grizzlies next year. Very much, Cheryl, and of course Houston's still alive in that series. You got to remember that. And Hubie Brown saying farewell to the crowd. Our final score today: the Spurs 110, the Grizzlies 97. For Steve Kerr, Gerald Miller, and our crew, Dick Stockton saying goodnight from the Pyramid in Memphis. NBA playoffs on TNT. Once again, your exclusive home for the Western Conference Finals. Now let's send it to Ernie, Kenny, and Charles for Inside the NBA.
2005 campaign on Comcast Sportsnet. It's the Wiz and the Grizz on opening night from the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee. On the line, Gasol no good. Jarvis Hayes the rebound, but his pass is a bad one, and Jason Williams Williams, the long jumper, good. Jason Williams in his 7th year from Florida.
The state-of-the-art building, and you know, it's just great. And let's start the season. This community has been brought together.
Williams goes all the way and lays it in. Jason Williams scores.
can't back off defensively.
Crew, this is Steve Buckhantz reminding you that Wizards basketball has been a presentation of Washington Sports and Entertainment.
Here's Grizzlies in Memphis, although the Grizz playing like they still call Canada home. They're 0-4 to the start of the season. First quarter, Lakers down 17-12. Look at Kobe from behind the backboard, gets it to Chris Mihm. He had 4 assists. That was the best one by far. Second quarter, Jason Williams. J. Will loads up, fire, hits it for 3. His team is up a dozen. Next possession, Williams coast to coast. For my old friend there in L.A., he's flowing. He'd complete the 3-point play. One more time, Williams chucking. Grizz up 50-32. Williams 17.6 assists. Kobe then, tough night from the field. Air ball there. He had a season-low 20 points, a sad 4 of 19 shooting from the field. Misses here. Mike Miller gets the rebound. Outlet to Williams, who disperses back to Miller. Run the floor, we'll get it back to Grizz up 72-54. Miller had 13 points, 7 rebounds. Grizz at one point up 35. Dante Jones adds to it. He had 12, 4 rebounds. First win of the new FedEx Forum. Always good to christen for the Grizz.
Live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, FSN West 2 presents NBA basketball tonight. The Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, the Clippers definitely have to keep Memphis off the glass. They didn't do that against Utah, didn't do it against Minnesota. They got to find Jason Williams early. And for Memphis, they got to get into this ball game early. They got to get off to a good start and find their big scorer, whoever that's going to be. Maybe this guy.
Gasol gets the earlier
in the season that if Corey were to become a 17-point, 7-rebound, 5-assist guy.
Bobby's in and out. Rebound taken by Lorenzen Wright ahead to Williams.
And they do not stop, do they?
He sure doesn't.
You know what? 11 out of 15 shots. They've assisted on 8 of the 11, and it's just flying. It's easy basketball for these guys because Williams and Miller, Posey, these guys love to play in the open court.
Curl it over the iron.
Oh, what a pass.
Gasol extended and got the ball to Williams. Back to Powell. He'll drive and score.
Whatever he has to do to not pick up number 4 here in the third quarter.
First field goal by Bobby Simmons, averaging 16 points a game. Williams.
It was like an afterthought 3.
A crazy 3.
It was an afterthought.
And these guys, Memphis did go. Williams for 3. Bingo. That's what he gives you that Watson doesn't. Timeout to be taken. 5:23 to go in the ball game. Each ball club struggling a little bit to score right now.
Yeah, they've scored 7 in a row.
Clippers are up 77-72. Miller outside to Williams for 3. Bingo. Jason Williams with 13, including 3 three-pointers.
Here's the last possession. Miller coming in. He sees his buddy from Florida. Great rotation on J. Will's shot. Look, he jumped to catch it, jumped to release it. And that 10-0 run by the Grizzlies has them 3. You don't even get a shot. And the clock's just eating away.
8 seconds on the shot clock, 34 in the game clock. Can't foul now. 6-point lead. Gasol for the jam, and that does it. I don't smell overtime anymore.
What do you smell?
To play Tuesday night. 90-82. Grizzlies lead. 21 seconds to go. In the passing lane, Williams will steal in the basket. That's a little lazy pass. Gasol will let time expire at midcourt. The Grizzlies go to 11-15 in the year. The Clippers fall to 11-12, and they're 7-7 here at home at Staples Center. 22 points for Corey Maggette, 19 points, 12 rebounds for Elton Brand. Not enough.
And we're at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee after the harrowing trip here, but now we're all about basketball. So it's time to take a look at tonight's Lexus starting lineups. There have been a couple of changes for both teams. You'll notice for the Hawks, Obinna Ekezie is starting at center. That's because Collier is out. He got ill last night, stayed in Atlanta. Jason Collier. Peja Drobniak has a sprained ankle bothering him, can't play, so we'll also probably see some Kevin Willis there. The other starters for the Hawks are in there. And Jake Sakalidis is starting at center for...
Sometimes you just shoot the ball, you don't think about it, you just get it up there and they seem to go in for you.
Well, he's keeping the Hawks in here scoring-wise. 14-11, Memphis by 3, 5-13 to go. Just can't get the rebound back. Jason Williams. Jason's going to pull up for that short jumper. Jason Cardinal back out. Jason Williams, long range. That was this game is tied.
Miller had the basket locked in by that time.
And Jason Williams pulls up.
Watson.
Oh, a heartbreaking loss for Atlanta. They battled their hearts out, and Tyronn Lue could not get one more miracle shot to fall.
Why did they win 62? You just saw why. Steve Nash, but coming back, Jason Williams in what has been a few. They try those alley-oops and all the fancy stuff. Meanwhile, the Suns leading by 3 as the Grizzlies have stayed with them. With just under 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter, Jason Williams hits another 3. That is his second of the game. Jason Williams at the point with Posey, Shane Battier, and Pau Gasol, and Mike Miller. And the basket will count Jason Williams, and if he stays in control, he can be a big factor for this team.
Well, he started out making a couple of threes to start this game, and then a great attack of the basket right here and a great finish. Takes the hit while McCarty's still on the move and puts it in softly off the glass.
McCarty committing the foul, and so here is Jason Williams, who came over in that big trade from the Kings with
Mid trips him up, attacks the rim, and then makes a great play off the dribble.
as he emerged since his first year with the Boston Celtics.
He has been terrific. He's improved in all facets of the game. He played some.
Williams on the switch. Richardson remains with Williams. Lorenzen Wright setting a screen for Jason Williams.
Well, again, what happened there, they were forcing baseline.
4 years. They have a new FedEx Forum. Jerry West running the operation. And Jason Williams having a brilliant game now. And some very interesting games with Chicago winning, Denver winning in an upset, and now the Phoenix Suns, who surpassed their season point total. They came in averaging 110 plus, had 114, and defeat the Memphis Grizzlies 114 to 103.
We continue in the Western Conference from Phoenix, Arizona. The Valley of the Sun here inside America West Arena. It is game 2, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Phoenix Suns. On dribble penetration, and Gasol comes down with it. Williams quickly ahead.
See, and I like that because our Grizzlies are concerned.
Marion had a playoff career high of 26 in game 1. Williams connects from downtown.
We're seeing it's a bad sign.
Under 10 of the shot clock, Battier swings it on the near side of Williams. Jumper over Richardson, drains it. Williams perfect from the field.
Straight and pitch it out.
4 points, 3 assists for Nash. Here's Williams.
Jason is getting a great start. I think he's most.
He fit best in the NBA. Tapped out. Williams. 5 of 5 from the field here in the first quarter.
And he looks over in the stands and starts the layup.
Williams, the up fake. 6 of 6. Points thus far in game number 2. Pau Gasol, the miss, tapped out. Second chance opportunity. Jay Will drains it. 15 rebounds, has 8 and 7 here in the third quarter. Williams.
Anytime they want to penetrate or get the ball.
Back performances of 20-plus points.
Talking about defense, I just love the way that Seattle team plays defense. They help, they do a lot of things as a team.
Williams cans the 3. Ties it at 71. In and out. Williams. Good. Ties it up once again with another 3. Jason Williams to tie it. And the Suns grab a 2-0 lead over the Memphis Grizzlies. They own a 2-0 lead for the first time in 10 years.
Inside the FedEx Forum, the Grizzlies are hoping for some home cooking.
And it's rebounded by Jason Williams. Nash had an assist game of 15 In the first two, Jason Williams putting the Grizzlies up 4-0. Shane Battier. Miller with Joe Johnson on it. Jason Williams on penetration. Mike Miller the rebound.
What they're not getting is the guy that's really rotating over and making it difficult for Nash to get down the lane.
Behind the back feed to Battier. 10 points. We close in on 2 minutes for the half. Jason Williams. Gasol.
And that's a page out of the field. Anytime you have someone that is clever with the basketball, good things can happen. Great eyes by Jason Williams to find Shane Battier, and you get one more look at, even surprised Battier. The pass was so good, and then he backs it up with a better play for Gasol right down the lane, and he hammers it down. Enough credit for doing what they do well and doing it every single night. That is the first turnover here in the third quarter, and the first in about 17 minutes.
It behooves the Grizzlies to start their comeback soon. Lorenzen Wright out to Williams. That could be a start. Jason Williams connecting from three-point range. And the Suns win this one going away. They led the entire second half by double digits. And they win tonight by 20. Phoenix going up 3-0 in the series, and they did it with only 5 turnovers.
They are upbeat here in Memphis. It's Memphis in May, and the Beale Street Music Festival is underway. People coming from all over and heading into the FedEx Forum tonight to see whether the Memphis Grizzlies can live to play another day as they go against the powerful Phoenix Suns, who are trying to sweep the Memphis Grizzlies out of the playoffs. Shooting the lights out so far in this series. The double team on Pau Gasol, the leading scorer, at 19 a game for the Grizzlies. And here is Williams putting up a 3 and giving Memphis the early lead.
Well, you see right away if you go in, the team is winning. Winning cures all ills.
And it's hard when you're the number 8 seed with the problems going against a team like the Phoenix Suns. Jason Wright is in there with Stromile Swift, Mike Miller, Dante Jones, and Jason Williams, who hits 2. And it's a 10-point lead for the Suns. Fall away by Nash. And now they can play for the last shot, the Grizzlies.
Well, it'd be great for them if they can take this down and get a score, get it to 7 points.
Or 6 if they hit the 3. Brown on its feet looking for something exciting. They haven't had much to cheer about. Here's Williams hitting a 2. 2 points to the Grizzlies, who will trail 63-56 at the half after coming from way behind.
Well, great close to the quarter. Jason Williams is shaking and baking and pulls up for the 20-footer over Nash. Cuts it to 7.
So how about Memphis with 36 second quarter points? And make it worse, Lorenzen Wright picking up his 4th personal foul. So Wright inside, along with Pau Gasol and Shane Battier, Mike Miller with the ball at guard, and of course Jason Williams, who fires up a 3 and hits. Jason Williams makes it a 5-point game. He served 1 year as an assistant for my partner Mike Dunleavy when he was in Portland. Here is Williams hitting a 3, feeling it, and right now the Grizzlies trail by 2 to tie the game or lead.
Well, right now you see Miller setting up Jason Williams for the corner 3, and then Williams comes right back.
The 3-point attempt, and here's Jason Williams. Williams tonight has scored 15 points, but has hit 3 threes. And this one is a 2-point basket, cutting the Phoenix lead to 6. 110-102 Suns.
With Jason Williams on the court now, that 3-point shooting presence.
Hits his 4th of the game. Needed that. Scoring a